non-stop bowling action with Savage Bowling TV. Your front row seat awaits. To the biggest scratch tournament events, incredible drama, intense matchups, and unforgettable moments.
And a strike to finish it. Doty Cup, hello, Evansville North, your state title.
Whether you're a die-hard fan or you just love the game, Savage Bowling TV delivers all the excitement straight to your screen. Stay tuned. It's time to roll.
Hi, bowling fans. You're in for a treat today as we have the Indiana High School State Championships live right here from Royal Penn Expo in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Scott Gilmore. Joining me on today's broadcast is PBA Hall of Famer and Indiana bowling legend Mike Albee. And Mike, today is the boys team state title on the line. Should be an exciting day.
Yeah, it's a top day. A lot of strong players out there. We've seen a lot of good scores, and just what a travel just to get to this far point and then come away with the championship.
We have three teams here on our Stepladder final. Greenfield Central and Cathedral will start the way, but Lafayette Harrison, the number one seed, they bowled fantastic.
Yeah, Lafayette's Harrison has been strong all season, and they've been kind of building as the seasons went along. So there they are at the top, no surprise.
True team format here, Baker format. Mike, all guys have to contribute this afternoon.
Yeah, the Baker format is a tough one. It's if you bowl the first frame, you bowl the sixth frame, second the seventh, third the eighth, fourth the ninth, and then you got the fifth and the 10th to finish it for the championship. So it's a very fun format. Very not a lot of big games usually, but there's been some big games today, so it'll be interesting.
Huge crowds all day long. They're in for a treat. This is going to be a lot of fun. When we come back, we'll have coaches' interviews and match number one right after this.
All right, here we are back with the second and third bowlers for this shot at the title. A couple of questions just for you guys. I know it's been a long day, but a lot of fun too going on. So we're going into the TV portion of the tournament. What have you told the players differently? Coach Proper?
Not a whole lot different than what we've done all year. They're, just concentrate on their spares and, try and keep the game clean.
Well, that's a good thing to tell the players. But this time we're going to be on a live stream, so it's going to be a little different in front of all the fans. All the fans are still here, but a lot more fans are out there watching. So nothing different than that?
No, just stay comfortable, stay relaxed. They're good with it. They've done this before. They've bowled enough different competitions. Nothing quite like being on TV, but they've done enough.
Well, great job coaching so far. Best of luck today.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Coach Alerting, so once again, I'm sure you had a pep talk this morning. Anything differently when you get to the live stream portion where now they're going to be a little bit on television, yeah. So a little bit differently, but anything new to tell them?
Just pretty much just blocking out the noise. There's a lot of people watching here today, and a lot of people watching behind them. Really just a big emphasis on blocking out the noise and just being themselves, and I think that'll really help them in the long run.
Well, you've had good success today, and is there any one player that you're looking for, or is this truly a team effort in the Bakers, isn't it?
Definitely a team effort. We put a big emphasis on team this year, just culturally and just being a team overall. I know bowling's more of an individual sport, many would say, but when it comes to Baker, everyone's a part of it. Everyone has two frames. Everyone's got to compete.
Well, congratulations so far, and best of luck today.
Thank you.
All right, we got the coaches for the next match. Back to you, Scott. We're going to take. Well, I guess we're going to take a break first, so we'll be back shortly.
Our semifinal match. First match of the boys. We have the number 3 seed Cathedral against number
Welcome back here in the broadcast booth. Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee here bringing you the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. We're about to watch the boys take center stage here in the semifinal match, and it should be exciting here as Greenfield Central kind of made their way in to this semifinal round. They had to win one match, and they'll take on Cathedral. And great to hear from the coaches, Mark Proper and Aiden Allarding, and so really cool to hear from them. And obviously it's kind of interesting. They've seen these players all season long, finding out who they think or who they hope might be the guys to carry them the way. But really, it's not going to be just one guy today. It's going to take the whole team.
Well, in the Baker format, it's really important to try to get those doubles, and they're hard to get. Getting back-to-back players to throw two good shots to get strikes. So, you just got to go out there and take it one shot at a time, and once it's out of your hand, you can't change it. So you work hard and get your spares and move on to the next one.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun. We're going to use lanes 44 and 45. The boys will be in the center of two pairs, and so no ball return will be in play. So if they have to get deep, they'll have no problem doing that. But really, you're going to hear a lot of screaming and yelling. The parents, this place is packed full of spectators, has been all day for this team event portion. And obviously, the winner of this match is going to take on Lafayette Harrison. And interesting thing, that's from my hometown in West Lafayette, Indiana. And Levi Harris and his team, he's got an experienced team. A couple of seniors that have led the way here. Matter of fact, 3 seniors. So he's got an experienced team, and they're going to be a challenge when it comes to this Baker format.
He does, and like you said, it's been kind of built of a crescendo over time, and not necessarily just this year, but from a couple years past, getting better and better and better. And this season's kind of been that. They've started out, and then they've gotten better every week, and they're at the epitome of the top right here. They are number one, and the destiny's in their hands.
Yeah, and any player will tell you they'll take their chances with the one match to win it all. But obviously, there is a little bit of an advantage to these teams that are bowling right now because they're coming in pretty fresh, pretty loose, and going to know what the pair is going to be doing.
Yeah, because Harrison's come across from bowling to the right here, where it's just the regular bowling center. Now we're under lights. It's a live stream. It's a totally different look, and they're going to have some practice balls, but they're not going to have live shots. So the teams coming up the ladder are going to have the live shot practice. So it'll be a different look.
Obviously, Mike, your experience in bowling has come mostly from a singles part of perspective, but how important is it for these guys that are leading off for these teams to really help share the information as they migrate through their lineup?
Leadoff guy sets the tone, and how you start the match, it not only sends a tone to your team, it sends a tone to the other team. So you start out with those strikes, and boy, you send a great message to your team, but you're also making the other team force them to follow. So leadoff is the most important part until it comes to the end, and that anchor bowler is the key.
Well, later on today, we'll have the girls' championship matches, too, as well. We'll have the semifinal and finals coming up after this boys' competition. It should be exciting, too, as well. So we hope you sit back and enjoy a full day of high school bowling, the pinnacle of high school bowling. We're talking state title on the line. And sit back and enjoy. We appreciate you watching here on Savage Bowling TV. Want to thank our sponsors, too, as well. Can't thank Storm enough and Trophy House and all of the contributors here to make these broadcasts possible. But sit back and enjoy. We're right here in Royal Pen Expo here in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's not really nice outside today, but it's really nice here inside the bowling alley. So we hope you enjoy all of today's competition. So players are warming up, and as soon as practice has concluded, we'll have semifinal match for the boys underway. But so not only do we have high school coming up here, but we also have other things on Savage Bowling TV. We'll just, if you're interested in more bowling action, we'll have the Queens from Anderson, Indiana. The Indiana Queens, the ladies will take center stage. That'll be on March 1st in just 2 weeks. So full slate of bowling here on Savage Bowling TV, but we appreciate you watching here on our network. And players here warming up, and again, I bowled for Purdue back in the day. I'm not going to say how many years ago, but to me, I loved Baker's. This was the true epitome of team bowling in my mind. You know, in a team game, when all 5 players bowl a full game, you can have a couple of people carry the load, right? But not in this. And I really felt like this kind of even. If you had 5 shot makers, it really evened up the competitive playing field.
Yeah, you really can't hide in this format here. So you've got to have everybody's got to kind of do their thing. And you know, watching practice balls, you know, the most important part, most people trying to get lined up with the strikes, but in Baker there's a lot of spare shot making. So not only are you trying to find the pocket, you really need to know what the lanes are doing so you can shoot those spares. And you know, you just hope it doesn't come down to a spare miss in the end. You know.
Well, Cathedral made their way into the semifinal round. They defeated Carroll in a 2-game match. And Greenfield Central, your number 2 seed. Winner of this will take on your number 1 seed, Lafayette Harrison. And we're just about underway here for semifinal match on the boys' side. And obviously, you know, another big component of this high school bowling state finals is a really prestigious cup they announced last year.
Yeah, the Doty Cup, and in honor of Jim Doty, who is proprietor and general manager at the Royal Penn Centers, state IBCA president and national known proprietor as well, as the Royal Penn Centers have hosted, you know, all the major events in the PBA as well. So honoring Jim Doty in a well-deserved honor, and a beautiful cup for the winner.
Yeah, and think about this, travels everywhere, and how prestigious is it for your name or your school's name to be on that cup? And really cool honor for Jim Doty, too, as well.
Yeah, and his family, I know they're very honored by it, and you know, it's nice to see. There's a wonderful right in the center of the bowling center, the Doty Cup with a picture of Jim there, and the honor will be there, you know, for every tournament from here on out with the state tournament. So, but yeah, to get your name on the Doty Cup, I mean, that's what these kids have been fighting for all season, and now it's down to just these 3 teams, and you know, you want it to be done, you know, hopefully in a somebody makes a good shot to do it, and there's so much pressure on these young people, and so you hope they go out there and are able to perform and do it.
Well, and to be able to spotlight your talents here on TV, here on Savage Bowling TV, but it's also a culmination of a lot of hard work for these players throughout the season. You have your sectionals and you have your regionals and semi-state, and it culminates right here for the state title. And then you had to bowl 12 games of Bakers just to get to this point. And really for Cathedral, they had to win a match just to get to this point. So,
yeah, off to the right. Yeah, they weren't on this pair. So this is the first time anybody's been on this pair. So, but yeah, you talk about all the different places, the sectionals, semi-states, regional. I mean, they're coming from all over around the state. So it's tough to start and stop. You know, it's tough to stop and start each and every week and still come out on top. You know, and these teams have been able to do it and battled week in and week out. Very difficult to do. takes a lot of people to get this tournament run, and the people behind those volunteers are quite tremendous and do a wonderful job, and love the game and just love the opportunity to be part of it.
Well, and not only are the players working hard, but these coaches are all volunteers, and they do a lot of work and get their kids prepared for this. And really, when you have, how do you want to say it, no control, right? You're not a player. You're really a spectator offering advice. This is great for the coaches to be able to kind of get rewarded by having their players have success too.
Most definitely, but they are very important here, especially. I think, speaking to the couple of coaches we spoke to earlier, it's a big difference to come over in this format. Over here, where it's a tighter area, all your fans and people are back here watching, and now you've got lights and you're on a live stream that people are watching all across the country, and that coach is kind of setting the tone. And both coaches had similar thoughts. We've gotten here, and they know what to do, and that type of thing. And that's what you got to, when you ood that from that you're relaxed and the coach is relaxed and calm, and that part carries over into the players. And so I think that's their biggest job, is to help them line up, but also to help them to relax and enjoy the moment. I think that's one thing that I always tried to work hard on when on tour was, you don't make these finals, these opportunities very often in your career. So try to enjoy every second of it, whether it's picking up a spare or it's talking to your coach or what. Just enjoy the whole overall atmosphere, so it becomes something that is an enjoyable experience instead of one that is a negative experience.
Yeah, and we talk about a lot of these parts of this. It goes by so fast. You think, oh, it's a 12-frame game, but really you're only throwing 2 frames, right?
It goes very fast, yes.
And you don't have a lot of opportunity here in order to really not necessarily experience, but your 2 shots are quick, and obviously you're trying to make the best shot as possible because you're trying to educate your teammates too.
Well, and the excitement and the enthusiasm you get, it's so easy to get out of what your norm might be, how you throw the bowling ball. If things are really flying fast and exciting, you want to make sure you take that deep breath and get yourself set and play your game. You don't want to get caught up playing somebody else's game. So,
coaches from Cathedral here giving us our lineups, and anchoring for Cathedral will be Alex Jones. And typically, Mike, when you're putting your lineup together for these Baker matches, how are you lining these players up to probably have the best score possible?
Well, you've got to have your leadoff be that quick starter, because they're going to come back and bowl in the 6th frame, which is going to be right after your anchor bowler, which is your anchor bowler who you're going to use when you need one. He's the person that's going to be the one that's going to hit the pocket. It's consistent, and that's going to be where it's at. So your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, your 4th guy's got to set up the 5th guy.
Right.
2nd and 3rd's got to keep it going. So and you might have a little more insight to it, bowling Baker, a lot more than I was able to do. But the 1 and 5 are hugely important.
Well, and you're watching, even the PBA. They've embraced the team aspect of bowling. Obviously, we saw the teams, the Elite League. Now the teams are based on what brands you bowl for. But you can kind of get an idea watching them how those coaches or their team representatives are putting their lineup together. We always wanted you wanted your best player bowling 5th. Mm-hmm. We always felt like whoever was most lined up, you had the most confidence in, because they're getting those extra shots in the 10th frame, right? But and we wanted to have, I felt like you wanted a really good player in that one hole. Somebody that you trust making a good shot, give you an idea what the pair was doing.
Read it, yeah.
But then it's lined up back-to-back with your anchor bowler. So in that middle part of that game, you're getting a string of strikes, hopefully. Mm-hmm. So it's really, to be honest with you, every position in these are important, right? I mean, if you're lost, you're going to have some low games because you got to fill frames, right? So
swing of momentum's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it can easily turn around, good or bad,
right
on one shot.
Right.
For sure.
Well, your lineup for Cathedral, and I'm going to apologize, I didn't get any pronunciations before this started. We kind of get handed the lineups really right
just
minutes,
just now.
pretty much minutes before we start. But leading off for Cathedral will be Nolan Lunsden. Bowling second will be Cole Laniohan. Bowling third will be Sam Jones. Fourth, Declan Sweeney. And then your anchor bowler will be Alex Jones. He'll bowl the 5th and 10th frames. So that's your order for Greenfield Central, or excuse me, for Cathedral. A little bit of bios here on some of these. My Cathedral was 8-2 in their conference, and they finished first in semi-state. So they bowled solid, second in sectionals, squeaked by in regionals, and that's all it takes, right?
Just gotta
and
get
then
in.
semi-state was first. So Alex Jones, Nolan Lunsden, and Connor Hedge are your seniors here for Cathedral. They bowl out of the West Conference. And now your Greenfield Central lineup. Leading off will be Braden McPherson. Bowling second will be Jalen Ball. Third, Blake Campbell. Fourth, Alyssa Cash. And anchoring for Greenfield Central will be Nathan Robbins. And Mike, Greenfield Central really experienced. They have 5 seniors on this team with 2 juniors. So
Yeah, that's one of the strongest.
a lot of experience,
teams
yeah.
we've seen,
So Alyssa Cash, Nathan Robbins, Jalen Ball, Corbin Elliott, Blake Campbell, all seniors here for Central. Looks like Alex Jones is going to be bowling or attending Purdue University. I'm assuming he's going to bowl. Purdue always has a good college program. Yeah, and so is Nolan Lunsden. Good to see kids moving on and bowling collegiately here after their high school careers are done.
And that Purdue thing, that's kind of close to home for you.
Yeah, I'm a Purdue alum, bowler. I loved my 4 years at Purdue bowling collegiately. Great experience. A lot of my close friends I still have from my college days, and great experiences traveling all over anymore they travel all over the country. We went out west, Las Vegas, went out east, New Jersey to bowl tournaments, and down to Atlanta, Georgia. So you can travel quite a bit. Now, you ain't flying first class every time. A lot of those trips
Bus trips, right?
A lot of those trips were
Car.
in a 12 or 14 passenger van. So it was some rough things there, but bowling is just such a great way to build friendships and camaraderie with your teammates. So obviously I assume we're just about ready to get underway here. Practice has concluded. Again, we want to thank you for watching here on Savage Bowling TV, your official voice of Indiana High School bowling.
Cathedral. And for lane 45, your number 2 seed, Greenfield Central. Good luck and good rolling.
All right, here we go.
Little last-minute instruction here from the coaches.
Yeah, you're trying to get everybody settled back in, right?
Yeah. Looks like a couple of players there at Greenfield Central having a few words to the teammates. That would have been Cathedral in the background there with the team cheer.
Yeah, I want to thank our MC for today, Mr. Kelly, doing all of the announcing here lane side.
All right, pressure is on for the leadoff players of both teams.
Yeah, our leadoff players here. Again, Nolan Lunsden for Cathedral and Braden McPherson for Greenfield Central, and looks like Cathedral will lead things off here on the left lane, lane 44. 2-game total pin match here. Little stick at the foul line there, it looked like, Mike.
You know, they were checking the approaches there, both teams, right before they started again. They must have saw something at the end of practice, but makeable spare.
Oh, nice strike there for
pretty shot.
Lead off for Braden McPherson. And Mike, how much does, we talk about these synthetic approaches, how much does the outside weather affect any of this?
Humidity, any kind of moisture, is going to really affect where you get that quick stop stickiness, and plus a lot of people here, so the doors are opening a lot more. It's it's raining outside a bit, interesting first frame there for Cathedral. I think sometimes when you stick on the approach, it affects your next couple shots as well. So that 6 miss is a tough one, because a beautiful strike on the first frame for Greenfield Central.
Well, this would be Jalen Ball here for Central here. Well, and some of these players, this miss left of the head pin there, but some of these players really don't have a lot of slide anymore. It's a plant and rip anyway.
It
right?
is, and it's what do you do when there's pressure on you? You pull it. You want to make sure it gets to the pocket, or you don't give it room. And we've seen that 2 out of the 3 first shots.
And how hard is it for a player to get approach issues out of your mind?
Now, once it's in your head, that's real difficult, and it's tough not to. Just got to take a deep breath and concentrate on rolling over your target.
Oh, there we go.
Comeback. Yeah.
There's a strike there for Cole Laniohan.
Yeah, pretty shot. Difficult spare here.
Oh, and he's going to take the 3-pin right back. So open frame now here for Greenfield Central. And that'll bring up your number 3 bowler, Sam Jones, here for Cathedral. And this is going to be, you're going to see a ton of momentum swings here, right?
And that was a big one there. Now it's momentum. It goes to Cathedral with the hammer up and a strike working on one. So big double here if they can pull it off.
All right, Sam Jones here working on a strike for Cathedral. Ooh, looked like he threw it well. Ball hooked sharply in the back end.
Yeah, it looked like it was in the right part of the lane, just maybe a little softer than he wanted, but makeable spare still. It's a difficult one, but makeable.
First look at the left side. Brooklyn strike there for Blake Campbell. Now, Mike, do you go for this split conversion, or do you try to get 2 here?
I think in a one game match, Baker, I'd be going for it.
All right. That's looks like what he was doing there, trying to go for the 3-pin and slide it over. And now your 4 bowlers here for both teams. You're going to have Alyssa Cash here for Greenfield Central, the 2 seed here.
That momentum's flipped back.
Mike, they had a stretch. Listen to this. They had a stretch in games 5 through 8 where they went 244, 243, 242, 265.
Wow, there's a big double, too. But what a stretch in Baker.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a big double right there.
And you hear those scores, and you're trying to figure out, well, how in the world did they finish second?
Right.
So that just shows you how well Lafayette Harrison bowled here in qualifying. Now 4 seed for Cathedral. Oh, trips the 3-pin. What a break there. That was Declan Sweeney. Yeah, teams will bowl 2 games, total pins. They'll bowl a game on their starting lane 44 and 45. Then they'll flip-flop and bowl another game. And after 2 games, who has the most pins will advance to the championship match. Now, your anchor bowler. A little issue there for Alex Jones at the line, but he was able to hit enough of the head pin on the Brooklyn side to get a great break there, and now they've got 3 in a row, Mike.
Yeah, he planted a little early. That looked like he stuck a little bit, which caused you to force the ball to the left, but perfectly to the left and take that Brooklyn strike for 3 in a row.
Excuse me, that was Nathan Robbins. Now you have Alex Jones here for Cathedral. Ooh, ball came in hard. A lot of rotation on that ball.
He gets a handful, yeah, he gets a handful. Threw it well, but that ball broke loose on the back end. Which we've seen that several times so far. That the back end are really sharp right now.
Well, if you're battling the approaches with a little bit of tackiness, you really have to slow the process down to the foul line.
Yeah, you got to smooth it all out because when you stick, it causes you to hit the ball harder, which causes what we're seeing, and that's a really sharp break on the back end with that ball.
Here's a important conversion here on
good attempt. I mean, it made a good
the
run at
310.
it.
Yeah. Obviously, they're really struggling here getting footing. And two, a lot of times the more that you bowl on it, the better it should get, right?
Yeah, it should smooth out. It's going to take a bit, though.
Comes in
bad
just
break.
a bit high. Unfortunate to leave the 410 there.
Yeah, it looked like a normal 4-pin, but the 10 stayed with it.
That was Braden McPherson, and now Cathedral's leadoff player, Nolan Lunsden, and he comes in with a strike. And right now, it's a survive and advance, right?
It is, yeah. I mean, you're just taking it one shot at a time. You're trying to get all the pins you can get. But, you know, Cathedral's has fallen behind, so they're going to need to either get some help from Greenfield Central or they're going to have to start throwing some strikes. And they're all sitting on one right now, and here's where they need to start their rally.
All right, now we're into the back half of the first game here.
We haven't seen too many really easy spares.
No. And really an important shot here in the 7th frame for Cole Laniohan here. Comes in light. Oh,
Big
what a
shot.
break. I don't know what knocked down the 2-pin.
Well, it fell kind of like the northwest here. It fell a little north and a little west on that one. Got a huge break for a double. That's what they needed.
Ooh, 5 count. PBA washout here for
Yeah, we have
Jalen
not seen
Ball.
anything easy left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the balls are really breaking sharp. And if you seems to want to get the speed on it, get it down there, then it breaks late and sharp. So, and that's what you saw on lane 45, right on that shot. So, interesting. It's just going to need to settle back down and try to make clean, smooth shots. It's easy to be a little over anxious and want to jump on it and make that ball do what it's doing. They're just really darting and diving on the back end.
Looks like they're going to bring in another player to pick up the spare. So I don't know if we're going to make a lineup change here for Central or not, but looks like
That's a hard spot to step into.
yeah, Cody Campbell is going to try to attempt the spare here for Greenfield Central. Good effort there. Gets 2. Now they have 119 in the 7th, but look out now.
Yeah, it's tightened up immensely here.
Big shot here in the 8th frame for Cathedral. Sam Jones stepping up on lane 44. Game number 1 of 2 here. 2-game total pin match will determine the winner and advancing to the championship match. Oh! Trippy of the 4 and a 3-bagger for Cathedral. And Mike,
What a great comeback off his first shot on that lane.
we have a tight match here. Oh, great shot there for Greenfield Central.
That's the first common spare we've seen.
Blake Campbell, the
It was a
lefty.
good shot,
there.
too. Good
Yeah.
shot. Put it in play. We've got another bowler coming in to shoot the spare. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, looks like
It's Corbin Elliott.
Corbin Elliott coming in to pick up the spare here. Boy, this is interesting. Now he's going to hook at it from the right side, being right-handed. Let's see if that works out. Oh, just enough.
From our angle, that was just enough. To think
Looked
it
like
was
all
close.
the parents over here had the steering wheel, like telling the ball where to go, right?
Yeah. That's hard to come in when you've been sitting since practice and not having a shot. So.
Yeah, now you step up here in the 9th frame for Cathedral here. Mr. Sweeney here struck his previous frame here in the 4th. Can he get another one here and make it 4 in a row for Cathedral? Ooh, comes in
Broke it
high.
down. Yeah, broke
Boy,
it down.
Mike, it really looks like the outside part of the lane, a lot of friction.
Yeah, and especially the back end. I mean, that hasn't calmed down yet. So, makeable spare. They're together. The 4 and 7, at least they're together.
Well, that's been the battle for Cathedral here as Alyssa Cash stepping
Great shot
up here.
last time.
And a great
another
one here.
Great shot.
Boy, that's what you want your number 4 bowler to do, is set up
him
your
up.
anchor bowler here.
Yeah, two really nice shots.
And that'll, with the spare here, Cathedral will only trail by 3. Oh, good cover. Looks like a lot of friction on the outer part of the lane. Now, we didn't get a chance to really see the pattern that the kids are bowling on. But from what I've seen right here so far, a lot of friction.
Yeah, it's just the back ends that's kind of pushing them out of play.
Now, anchor bowler for Cathedral, Alex Jones stepping up here, 10th frame. Sends it out wide, comes in light, leaving the 2-10 washout split. Now, Nathan Robbins. He struck member Brooklyn in the 5th frame.
It's in play.
Comes in
Beautiful
light.
shot.
Oh,
Huge shot. Huge shot.
what do they say? Hit him thin, watch him spin? Is
Yeah, that was plenty of power. Nice and smooth. Got it down the lane. Ball did all the work.
Now a big spare
Power.
here for Cathedral. Trying to keep things as close as possible here. Ooh,
Good try.
Good effort.
Good try.
Looks like we're bowling on a 38-foot pattern here, Mike. Only 26 mils. Looks like a lot of that middle part of the lane here. So the outside's a lot of friction. You're seeing that here by the ball reactions of all players here. Now Nathan Robbins, second shot here in the 10th frame. Comes in light. 2-4-5.
It's been the 180s.
Yeah, 163 start here for Cathedral. .163 to 185. Game number 1 scores. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with game number 2 right after this short timeout. All right, welcome back here inside Expo, Royal Penn Expo in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Indiana High School Bowling State Championship. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee here, bringing you all the action on the official voice of high school bowling in the state of Indiana, Savage Bowling TV. I want to thank everyone for watching here on our YouTube channel. And game number 1 in the books. We have Cathedral trailing by 22 to Greenfield Central, 185 to 163. Teams will now swap lanes, and Mike, it's been really filling frames, been the issue really kind of for both teams. Greenfield Central able to string more strikes.
Yeah, and the other thing was Alyssa Cash, number 4 bowler for Greenfield Central, who threw 2 perfect strikes to make for doubles and set up the anchor bowlers. So, yeah, it's been quite interesting. That 22 pins is not a lot. We saw some difficult spares left out there. some Brooklyn strikes. So we saw some breaks here and there and some not so good breaks. So we'll see if the lanes settle down for them and the bowlers settle down a little bit, start making a few cleaner shots. We'll see what that looks like.
All right. Leading off here now, Braden McPherson. Two-handed style comes in light, leaves the 2-pin. Boy, the two-handed style has really taken over the sport of bowling.
Yes, it definitely has, and it seems like it's the younger players are starting to perfect it.
Just amazing how many more revs.
Oh, it creates a different look.
Ball, right?
Creates a different look.
Playing a totally different part of the lane than I've ever played. Good start for Greenfield there. You just want to fill frames at this point.
Yeah, especially when you lead a spare. I mean, the leadoff, you just don't want to put your team behind a little bit, but it comes out with a 2-pin spare.
All right. Cathedral leading off here with Nolan Lunsden, the Irish. Comes in light. Oh, what a bad break.
Yeah, good shot.
Great pitch there. Stubborn 7-pin, wobbles but stands up. But if you're Cathedral, you like that start. You got the pocket in control.
Hit the pocket, correct. Got the pocket, and now you've got a single pin spare. Just need to pick it up and kind of hold serve there in this game. But
that needs to hook. Oh, misses the 7-pin.
9 frames to go. It goes fast, so you got to make sure you get things settled up and make good shots.
Well, they were already down 22 coming into this game, and an open frame there could make that deficit even greater, maybe even as much as 33 pins. Let's see what Jalen Ball can do here for Central.
Oh.
Comes in light.
A lot of ball speed, but boy, it looked like a smooth release. I mean, he looked pretty solid on there. I thought it was going to be in the right part of the lane, but could be the lanes are starting to change. The balls are starting to have a lot of balls go down the lane now, moving that oil around a little bit. But he throws a lot of ball speed, but he gets a lot on it too. So with only 9 frames to go, I'd be shooting at this, not for count, but to make that 210.
All right, Cole Laniohan here for Cathedral. Comes in light. 8-pin.
And they've switched lanes, so it's a new lane for them. So it's you got to kind of readjust.
Going for the spare backup style there, and now the junior from Cathedral here, trying to convert the 8-pin for the Irish. Oh, misses. And how nervous, you can almost see how nervous the coaches are, even, and they have no control, right? They're just trying to help guide the player.
Trying to keep everybody else calm,
yeah.
But like I said, they've switched lanes now, so it's almost, you got to readjust.
All right, lefty Blake Campbell stepping up. Oh,
Pretty
great shot.
Wow.
Now, if you're Lafayette Harrison, how are you watching right now, trying to get an idea what the pair's doing?
Yeah, I think you've got to do that. You know, maybe it's the coach or an assistant coach, but yeah, you want to have a kind of a read of what's happening.
Comes in light. Messenger! No.
Good shot. Good shot. You don't want to let it get away. Greenfield Central doing the right thing, just kind of taking it 1 frame at a time and trying to fill frames and, try to make Cathedral catch up to them.
Well, this is a big spare here for Sam Jones and the Irish of Cathedral. You got back-to-back 9 misses. Oh, make it back-to-back-to-back. Cathedral doing themselves no favors
here.
here.
Yeah, those hurt, but, see if they can get it back together. And here we are with Alyssa Cash in that spot to put together a good shot and get another double for Greenfield Central.
Perfect on the day. 4th frame here for Central. Comes in high.
A little left to target, but breaks it down, and she's got a 4-7 to shoot at. Didn't lose any count because they were already on a strike.
Yeah, important here to fill frames.
Oh, it's imperative Cathedral to get something going here.
Taking her time here on the spare. Cross lane.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
She takes the 7 right off the 4. Now, Cathedral stepping up here.
Oh.
And a great shot there from the lefty.
Looked like a great shot. Ball just coming in a little late and leaving the 7-pin. 4-pin just didn't have enough to get it to knock it out.
Declan Sweeney there. And now looking to get the first mark here of this game for Cathedral.
Nice.
And he covers. Really, Cathedral's bowled a solid game. They
No,
just
they're all
haven't
around
finished
it.
the frame.
They've been
right?
all around it. Yeah, exactly.
Now we're getting into the middle parts, the anchor players here in game number 2. Nathan Robbins for Central. Oh, great shot, solid 10.
Oh, solid 10, yeah, it was a gorgeous shot. Gorgeous shot. Good ball speed, nice and smooth. Ball did everything it should have done, just that 6-pin right around the neck of the 10.
Now, Alex Jones here for Cathedral. Let's see if the anchor bowler can get something started here for Cathedral. Bucket.
Looked like a good shot. Ball just delayed a little bit. And that's kind of where the ball's been coming up a little light for him on that right lane on 45. Just leaving that 2-pin, but that's the bucket. So that's 6-pin, lost 4 pins in count too. So that's imperative for Cathedral.
All right, good cover there for Central and anchor bowler Nathan. And that's what you're trying to do if you're Central, right? You're trying to fill frames and force Cathedral to throw strikes.
Do something to catch up, yep. But doing that, you got to be careful because they can catch up quick and not that far ahead.
Oh,
good spare.
Great cover from the anchor bowler.
Moved way left and went right at it. Good spare.
All right. 6 frames left, or 5 frames left for each team here as we step up into the 6th frame. And now Braden McPherson for Central. Oh, rips the rack for a strike.
Count saver too. You know, got that on a spare, so saved all that count.
Now, big shot here for Nolan Lunsden and the Irish of Cathedral. Comes in light, leaving the 2-4-10.
Well, Cathedral's starting to run out of frames here. This is one you definitely got to go for. You got to shoot at this, give it your best run, see if you can get that 2-pin into the 10.
And he misses everything here. And really,
still time. I mean, you know,
yeah.
But they're going to need some strikes now. I mean, it's the point where strikes have to happen, and they may need some help from their opponents in Greenfield Central.
Well, Cathedral has some great games. They had a 4-game stretch of 227, 214, 216, 223.
Wow, great games.
Games 3 through 6, and then still had 224 game 8, 212 game 10. So we're talking about guys that came in
possibly how
bowling well. Just hasn't really come to fruition here on this championship pair, has it?
No, not yet. And Greenfield Central doubles right there, so that's a big one. Cathedral's in the point now where they're going to need strikes all the way out unless they get a lot of help out of Greenfield Central. So they got to start right here, I think.
7th frame, here's Sam Jones. Comes in high, leaving the 3-6.
Just kind of a little bit confused out there. Just things just haven't kind of worked their way to get some breaks. Looks like Cathedral making a switch for the spare.
Now, looking to make the spare here.
Oh.
Takes the 6-pin back off the 3. Open frame now for Cathedral. And really, unfortunately for the Irish, the writing is on the wall here.
Yeah, just 166 left. Greenfield Central shooting in the 180s right now. Nice and smooth shot here. Oh.
Comes in light.
Makes that spare a lot easier.
Yeah, 5-pin.
Nice and smooth. You don't even hear the ball hit the lane when he throws it. Great shot.
Blake Campbell there, the lefty. Through the face there for Cathedral, that's Sam Jones.
Greenfield Central just needs to fill the frames here.
Now the lefty for Central.
Oh.
Ooh. Campbell misses the spare here in the 8th. But they've got a pretty big cushion right now over Cathedral. 131 in the 8th frame for Central. Only most max score for Cathedral right now is 156 it looks like.
Yeah, just Greenfield just needs to keep, Greenfield Central needs to just keep it on the lane at this point.
Now your number 4 bowler stepping up here for both teams. And Alyssa Cash has been solid. She had the 1 open frame, but she struck twice in game number 1.
Big shots, yeah, there were big shots in that first game.
Nice and smooth right up the lane.
Oh,
oh bad break with the 4-9.
Yeah, it's all about Cathedral striking now, and it's just a matter of keeping the ball in the lane for Greenfield Central. 4-9's not going to really hurt. .22 pins up leading into this game for Greenfield Central.
Great shot there.
That's what they were looking for. Great shot. Great shot.
Mr. Sweeney has been solid, really, for.
Yeah, nice shot.
Remember, he left I believe, a 7-pin in the 4th frame and picked that spare up. So he's been solid. He got the pocket under control. Unfortunately for his rest of his teammates,
good try.
Struggled here this morning, or I should say early this afternoon.
You know, I mean, we see a lot of these Baker games, and, you know, the spares are just so important.
All right, open frame for Central, but they have 141 in the 9th. Let's see here what Alex Jones can do here in the 10th frame for Cathedral, and at least end today on a great note here. But first, Nathan Robbins, the senior for Central. Winner will take on Lafayette Harrison here in the championship match. He comes in light, 2-5. We've seen a lot of 2-pin combinations for the right-handers.
Yeah, starting that, and it's looked like a fairly good shot. Like the backhand has definitely calmed down a little bit. Not quite that sharp earlier break. Beautiful shot.
Great shot by Alex Jones.
Beautiful shot.
The senior for Cathedral, but his career is not done, ladies and gentlemen. This young man's going to move on to go to school at Purdue University. They have a great program about 60, 70 miles north here on 65, home of the Boilermakers. And a good spare there for Nathan Robbins. Central will advance to take on Lafayette Harrison here for the state title here from Expo Bowl in Indianapolis. What a season for the Irish from Cathedral, and we know, Mike, you have one goal in mind only, and that is to win a state title. When you don't get there, you know you're disappointed, but hey, Cathedral's had a heck of a year.
No, and it was a lot of seniors and a couple of juniors out there, so you hate to see anybody lose, but Cathedral made a great run today to get to get the third place, and great showing, and like you said, they've got good careers headed for them as well.
Yeah, it looked like Corbin Elliott came in to throw the fill shot, but Greenfield Central will advance to take on Lafayette Harrison. 345 to 308 your final score. And when we come back, we'll have a little word with the coach and a player from Lafayette Harrison, and we'll have the championship match here on the boys' side. We hope you're enjoying watching the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals right here from Expo Bowl in Indianapolis, right here on Savage Bowling TV. Back for more right after this. Hello, bowling fans, and welcome to Royal Penn Expo here in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships. Hello, everyone. I'm Scott Gilmore. Joining me is PBA Hall of Famer, Indiana bowling legend Mike Albee. And today, it's all about the girls. It's the team title for the girls, and it should be an exciting day.
Yeah, we got some great teams in here. Snyder's coming from a long way back on the last game, but they've been strong all year, and the other teams are well coached and great players as well.
Evansville North, your number one seed. So our semifinal match, the winner of that will take on the number one seed. But Baker format today, all 5 bowlers, very important.
They really are. I mean, if you're the leadoff bowler, you bowl the 1 and 6. If you're the second and 7th, 3rd and 8th, you know, it's fourth and 9th, and I'm almost forgotten what I was doing there. But but if you're the 5th bowler, you're the anchor. So the number 1 bowler and the anchor bowler are your 2 keys.
Well, obviously, a long season culminating right here in the state championship. The winner is going to walk away extremely happy in that trophy.
Yes, they surely are, and the one who wins deserves it because it's a long road to here between the sectionals, semi-states, regionals, and now you're here to the final 3. So it's a long road to go.
Well, we're going to take a break here so we can have match number 1. We hope you enjoy watching today's Indiana High School Bowling State Championships on the girls' side. Team title up for grabs. We'll be back right after this.
Yeah. All right, welcome back. And I'm here with the 2 coaches on the upcoming match, our 2nd seed and the 3rd seed. We're ready. Coach Bowerly, what did you tell the team?
When we get those strikes in a row, and we'll see what happens. When we get those strikes in a row, and we'll see what happens.
Great job coaching all year. Good luck this next one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to go take a break, and we'll be back with that semifinal match here in the girls' state, Indiana State Championships.
Welcome back here on Savage Bowling TV for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals, girls side of the team competition. Special guest in the booth, Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee, and now PWBA Rookie of the Year, Crystal Elliott. And thanks for joining us this morning here as you threw out the ceremonial first ball this morning, right?
I did. Thank you for having me.
We're excited to have you here. And Palm Bay, Florida, we were told. You told us you were from. I'm sure you're loving this beautiful Indiana weather out here right now.
Sure. It's a little cold for my liking, but you just have to deal with it.
Okay, everybody's wanting to know what happened in that first shot and what was the result.
Gosh, it was 8 a.m. and no practice, and I thought I threw it in the gutter, but I actually rang a 10. So.
Hey. Luckily, the outside's hooked, right?
Oh, thank goodness. That would have been embarrassing.
Right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by here. Give us your perception of what you think of this event, all the people and all the players. It's got to be fun for you to come over here and do this.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. Like, it brings me back to my high school days. Now, this high school state championship is a lot different, so I hear that you guys have, like, regionals and semi-state and stuff. Like, we don't have that. Like, we have, like, districts, and then you have so we had Cape Coast Conference. And so, like, that was just, like, I guess our regionals. But, yeah, we didn't have, like, all the different qualifications that all these kids have to go through to be able to make it here.
Yeah, it's a culmination of a long season for these players. But, you know, the reward is what you see right here as we're about to watch Ron Colley and Snyder take on one another for the right to bowl Evansville North in the championship match. Now, Crystal, you bowled collegiately, right?
I did, yes.
I know you bowled a lot of Baker games in your collegiate career. In this, to me, always I felt like was the best part of team bowling right here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Just because you can lean into your teammates. And I know I had talked to actually a few girls that are out there, and I was like, I mean, if you lean into one another, you forget everything that's behind you. And so it's just a normal match of you just bowling against your competitor. And so I think of it as you should be really nervous on it. My favorite quote is "Pressure is a privilege" from Billie Jean King, and so that was something I told a lot of these girls to remember today, that they have the opportunity to be in this spotlight right now. So
now you're getting ready to prepare yourself for an upcoming PWBA season. What are your goals, and what have you placed for yourself, and what are you striving to do this season?
I think ultimately, last season I had a great season. It's really hard because I just went 11 for 11 cashes out on the PWBA. And so I'm like, okay, like, let's make realistic goals here. So I really haven't gone over what I want to accomplish besides I want to get a little bit further in a stepladder, potentially win a title, but those come when they come. And so it's just one of those things, like, you can't pressure it, but then I don't want to also put any expectations on the season. I just want to go in with a clean slate and say, this is what I'm going to do this season.
Yeah. Well, and I know when you're out there bowling for somewhat of a living, right, it's always a little bit of pressure. But you had to be so thrilled with your season last year being Rookie of the Year.
Oh, absolutely. Just the experience that you get out there. Being with all those girls is just an environment that you just want to always be in. And so it's definitely been weird since being home. And I'm like, gosh, like, I can't go and just bowl a national tournament anymore. Like, I got to go bowl, like, local tournaments and stuff. And I'm like, this is weird because I don't see these people all the time. And now being home in college, I got to find all these tournaments again.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us here in the semifinal round of the Girls Championship. Feel free to chime in with all of your expertise here. Mike and I could use the help, right?
Oh, definitely. Never hurts.
All right, we just got lineups for Snyder. We're going to announce those. Leading off will be Lily Gonzalez. Bowling second will be Lacey Butler. Bowling third, Olivia Peak. Bowling fourth will be Corby Smock. And anchoring will be Tori Peak. And I'm assuming you spoke with Coach Peak. Yeah, I'm guessing, father-daughters here.
It certainly seems that way.
Well, they have a fairly young team. Tori Peak, a senior, along with Lily Gonzalez, but everybody else coming back from this team, and that's always an important thing, too, as you're trying to build some momentum and some continuity, as they say.
Well, and Snyder's one that we've heard about for a couple months now, of being strong from the north, and it's really no surprise to see him here, but the big 248 game at the end to jump several teams to get in there.
Yeah, 10-0 in conference, 40-0 for the seniors. That's impressive.
Yeah, that'll send a resume out real fast.
Yeah, we'll get the lineups here for Ron Colley from Coach John and Nikki Bowerly. And Mike, we know them quite well, and John's had his team really prepared for the entire season, and obviously this is a chance for them to showcase that as well.
Yeah, John's a strong player in himself for many years, and a PBA member for many years, regional titleist, and so he's got a great record and knows what it takes.
All right. Mr. Kelly our MC will announce things off here.
Finals, the number 3 seed, Ron Colley.
I didn't see it here.
Number 2 seed, Snyder.
A lot of Snyder fans here.
Final match.
All right, your lineups here for Ron Colley. Leading off will be Allie Luna Asano. Second will be Lauren Chandler. Third will be Alyssa Nybert. Fourth will be Sarah Hoffman, and anchoring will be Allison Holden. And Ron Colley 9-1 in their conference this season. Sectionals, they finished second. Regionals third. Semi-state second. So they've had a solid year, but Snyder, no slouch. First in sectionals, third in regionals, and first in semi-state. So on paper, this could be a slugfest, Mike. and let's just see these girls perform. And Crystal, as your experience with Bakers, when you're leading off here, what are you trying to accomplish here for the rest of your team?
Ultimately, you're just trying to give that first line so everyone can see how the lane is going to react. And so I would normally put like the most consistent bowler in there, just because you know that they're going to hit relatively the same area, the same mark throughout the game. And so if you start to see the lane transition, that first bowler is going to be your person that you're like, okay, I need to move everyone else in the lineup so we don't get stuck behind the move.
All right, Lily Gonzalez with a 310. However, Ali Luna Asano not starting off the way she wanted. Gutter ball in the first, but comes back and gets 9 on her fill.
See, in these situations, I'm always like, are they nervous? Like, just because I remember when I was their age, and I would have been very nervous in this situation, but it just comes down to one of those things of who can calm their nerves down the quickest.
Yeah, Lacey Butler now will bowl second for Snyder, but first off will be Lauren Candler here for Ron Colley. And the 3-6-10 here for Ron Colley, and they are fairly young too as well. Alia Luna Asano and Natalie Grounds are the only seniors, so Coach Bowerly returns a lot of these kids next season. So look for Ron Colley maybe to be back here next year in the state championships.
Yeah, they were pretty consistent most of the season from what we got from John and Coach Bowerly.
Ooh, open frame there for Ron Colley. Now Snyder looking to convert the 1-2-4. That needs to slow down in both teams. And as you might have mentioned, Crystal, maybe some nerves kind of here showing up, right?
Just a little bit. I mean, it's just one of those things that I'm a person that I have to get like the first couple of shots out, because most tournaments I go in and I'm nervous, and it doesn't mean that I'm scared to bowl. It just means like, okay, like this is important to me. So anyone I talk to, I say nerves are important. So if you have them, it's a good sign.
All right, Alyssa Nybert there with a little high coming in, leaving just the 4-pin, a makeable spare now for Ron Colley. Bowling third here for Snyder is Olivia Peak. Oh, great shot.
Yeah,
Solid 10. Important now, really, for both of these players, get a mark, maybe calm everybody down here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Ron Colley can do it here on the 4-pin. Nice. Sometimes you just got to, the adrenaline is going so much, you just got to get kind of acclimated to the surroundings.
Absolutely.
Now the 10-pin conversion here for Snyder. Ooh, just missing there for Olivia Peak. Now stepping up for Roncalli, Sarah Hoffman. The junior for Roncalli comes in light, leaving the 1-2-10 washout. Check that, the 1-2-8-10. Didn't see the sleeper back there. Now Snyder. Oh my
Beautiful
goodness.
shot.
Great shot there from Corby Smock.
Oh, she does it really well.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Great try. Great try. Boy, you just don't need bad breaks along with some of the breaks you're getting, right? I mean, just
Right.
it's a matter of just settling down and take it one shot at a time.
oh, absolutely.
Corby only a sophomore here for Snyder. Snyder, a very young team.
And they had told me that they previously placed 8th, and then last year they placed 4th, and so this year they're in the final 3.
Yeah, they might be a staple for a while with that kind of experience they're getting.
Now the senior for Snyder picks up the 7-pin spare. Now we got a mark in the 4th frame. Now stepping up for Roncalli, the anchor, Allison.
Gorgeous
Corbin.
shot. Yeah,
Wow.
beautiful.
Only
Perfect.
a junior here for Roncalli.
That was perfect. Online.
Yeah, looked nice and smooth.
Now back to the top of the lineup here. Coming in light, leaving just the 7-pin here. Lucky there, the 5-pin fell late.
Well, it's kind of where we'd expect the better shots here. Maybe the 4th and 5th players might have a little bit better look and a little more confidence.
It's always nerve-wracking being in that position because you're already in the middle of the game, so you don't want to mess anything up, especially in the middle. But then, especially when it gets closer to that 9th and 10th frame.
Set it up and finish it out, right?
Right.
Good spare there from Tori Peak, the anchor bowler, the only senior on Snyder. Now, top of the order here for Roncalli. Can Ali Luna Asano, can she rebound from her gutter in the first shot? And she does here. That comes in light.
wow.
Ooh, just the 10-pin.
Great shot at a double there.
Close match here, just 4 pins separating both teams right here early. Oh.
Don't have to worry about shooting spares with a shot like that.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Lead off Ali Gonzalez there. Or excuse me, Lily. She's the only other senior on this roster for Snyder. Only 2 seniors for the team from Fort Wayne.
I mean, that's always great to have in the future.
Yeah.
Have that veteran kind of experience, especially with how well they've done in the past couple of years. Like, that should be comforting to those kids that are coming in next year.
Now Lauren Candler for Roncalli working on an open frame in the 6th. Looks like she might be getting some instruction from Coach Bowerly, and now going to step up. Well, this, bowling on TV and all this is it's new for a lot of kids,
It's a different pace.
right?
Yeah, it's a different pace.
Knowing when maybe it's your turn or not, it's always challenging. Comes in a little high, leaving the 3-6. Lauren, only a junior. Now 7th frame for Snyder, working on a strike. Lacey Butler comes in high. Ooh. The 4, 7, 9, 10. You know how hard it is to leave 3 of the back row?
Very.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Not easy.
No.
This is a makeable split, though.
It's a tough one, too, because on a strike, so shooting for the count, shooting for the spare. It's early. What do you do?
Oh, I want to see her make it. That'd be freaking
Yeah.
cool.
You need to cut the 4-pin over, and it'll take out the 9-10. Now, there's a mark for Roncalli. Nice spare for Lauren.
She knew it off her hand.
That's got a chance.
Ooh.
Oh, that had a great
Yeah.
chance. All right, open frame for Snyder, 89 in the 7th. This is a very tight match right here. A strike here in the 8th frame will tie this match up. Alyssa Nybert, and she does.
Big smile on that one.
See a lot of red back here behind for Roncalli. And the Snyder fans are loud too. Here we go, 8th frame for Snyder. Light mixer, stubborn 7.
Good shot. Thought that was in the right part of the lane and everything there. Checked all the boxes, but getting the 7 out, right?
Sometimes just bad pin carry.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that's the way of our game. We just have to take it and run, learn from it.
All right, big spare here for Snyder. 8th frame, game number 1, 2-game total pin match. Ooh, open frame. Now, your number 4 player, Sarah Hoffman for Roncalli. Junior for her team, comes in a little high and
almost 9.
6-10.
You don't want to separate those two too far there.
No.
Corby Smock here on her last shot threw a really great shot, left a stubborn 7-pin herself. Great shot, and again the 7-pin. Come on.
Snyder just not getting their breaks there. Throw some good shots.
And a good spare for Roncalli. Yeah, that's 3 7-pins for right-handers for the girls from Fort Wayne Snyder.
Wow. So do you make a move off that? Would you move?
I'm keeping the pocket in play, Mike. What are you doing?
I'm moving.
You
A little bit anyway. I got to change my angle a little bit.
That's what
I would be moving
That's
too,
what a
yeah.
Hall of Famer thinks, right?
Well, I'm glad I think like him.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to take the chance at it. I don't want to wait too long.
Right.
All right, spare here for Corby, and
Good
she
job.
makes it. Here we go.
Especially in only 2 Baker games. I mean, there's just not a lot of time. So
Right.
if you're making good shots, you've got to make those moves.
And we made, and we said earlier too, you only get 2 shots per game.
Yeah.
So you're right. You got to do things quickly. Anchor bowler for Roncalli.
Oh.
Tripped the 7.
Forward.
There you go.
Forward. It fell.
129 in the 9th for Roncalli. Allison Holden there now. Tori Peak here for Snyder. Comes in just a little heavy, leaving the 6-10.
Looks like she'd rolled it pretty well. Just wanted to break loose a little early there.
Early lead for Roncalli. Comes in light. Ooh, 2-4-5-7 for Allison Holden here.
On that strike, though, so she saved her count.
A lot of juniors here on the Roncalli team for the Bowerleys. And an open frame as Tori chops the 6 right off the 10. Final score of 125.
Wow. This pattern does not look very easy. I mean, I'm looking at it on the table, and I'm thinking, how would I play this, honestly? And for my 1 practice shot this morning, I don't know quite yet. I think I need 10 minutes of practice.
Can't hurt, right?
No.
Right. That wraps up game number 1. Your final score of game number 1, 146 for Roncalli, 125 for Snyder. We'll come back with game number 2 of semifinal match on the girls' side right after this short timeout. All right, welcome back here in the broadcast booth. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee, and PWBA Rookie of the Year, Crystal Elliott from Florida, who's spending her weekend here in nice, blustery.
Beautiful out there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Almost snowy Indiana.
She's probably like, if you're a polar bear or a penguin, you like this, right? Yeah. But we just saw game number 1, and really, again, it's been a battle of who can mark the most, right?
Yep.
And Roncalli leading 146 to 125. If you're Snyder, what do you got to do?
I think if you're Snyder, you got to play smart here. Ultimately, you got to make sure that your girls are going to start repeating their shots maybe a little bit better, but ultimately just keeping control of the pocket.
Mike, if you're Roncalli, you're up in the lead. What is John telling his girls?
Well, those makeable spares, you just got to make sure you can get to them and force Snyder into having to throw some strikes to catch back up. But, spares are big no matter which way you go.
Brooklyn strike, right there you go.
And that, you'll take those all
Oh,
day.
yeah, you take
Absolutely.
those.
Take them all day.
Boy, and Lily,
I love it. Cheers.
Lily Gonzalez here with a washout. Important frame here, starting right out of the gate for Snyder. She's going to miss the spare. So now a little more pressure on the girls from Fort Wayne.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be tough if Roncalli continues to fill frames.
Winner will take on Evansville North here in the championship match. Bowler number 2 here for Snyder. This is Lacey Butler. Comes in light, 1, 2, 4. Important for Lacey here, though. You miss the head pin right, but you got to make this spare for Snyder.
Right.
A lot of pressure on Snyder. I mean, they've had such a great season all year. It's one of those expectations are huge when you step on the lane. So, it's really hard not to put pressure on yourself.
Lauren Candler here with her first shot crossing over, leaving just the 3-pin. A good break there for Roncalli. Now, important shot here for Lacey.
Looks good.
And she makes it.
And that'll work the next time around. So, right? Keep in the same spot when you come back and shoot the next one.
I was going to say, that's a spare she should be working on every day.
Yeah.
With the head pin there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bowler number 3 here for Roncalli. That'll be Alyssa Nybert. Or excuse me, this is still Lauren Candler picking up the spare, but Alyssa Nybert will be up next for Roncalli. But important shot here for Snyder in frame number 3, already down 21, and this is Olivia Peak. Remember in that first game too, Snyder couldn't get any breaks with the 7-pin.
Yeah.
If those 7-pins fall on those pocket hits, who knows where we're at in this game. Working on a spare here, 3rd frame. Great shot.
Nice.
She stood up like she liked it. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, body language tells a lot.
And Crystal, how important is it when you come off that approach after a great shot? It really fires up your teammates, right?
Oh, absolutely. I know that at Jacksonville State, we did the high yaws, but we always had a competition about who can get high yaw queen, which DOB chose. But it always just made it fun because there were girls that really got into it and they really just brought the energy.
Is that as much for your own team as it is for the other team?
Oh, I'm.
You're sending messages, right?
So
either it's to your team or.
Truthfully, I've actually been on the other hand of being a part or not being a part of the high odds. But when you have those teams that are just on a roll and it's a whole energy shift, you're okay, how am I going to beat them? And then you start overthinking it, and you're not. As a team, you're just kind of
takes you out of your
right.
element,
And
yeah.
so when you're comfortable and you're with your girls and you're leaning in with one another, you're just there and you're having fun. And ultimately, that's what you want to do. And so the question is does good energy breed good shot making, and vice versa? Which one does which?
Here comes Snyder. Corby Smock with the double here in the 4th frame, right after Roncalli's open in the 3rd. Seeing a little bit of a momentum change here, and can Snyder keep it going? Now they're getting into their anchor player too, Tori Peak, the senior for Snyder. But first, Roncalli looking to make the spare. Sarah Hoffman here on the 10-pin.
Good job.
And she makes it. Huge spare there. Now, can Snyder keep up the momentum here that they built here in frames 3 and 4?
And see, this could potentially be the momentum switch that they needed.
Here we go. 5th frame. Looks like a little high. Oh, fortunate to break up the split there. 7 falls late, just the 6-10. And now the anchor bowler for Roncalli, Allison Holden. Comes in light. Ooh, pin come off the wall. Took out the 4-pin, but the 1-2 stands for Roncalli. Important guys right here for Roncalli just to keep filling frames, forcing Snyder to throw more strikes.
And spares.
Yes. She was like, I'm not chopping this time, right? Peak makes the 6-10. Yeah, absolutely. All right, marks in the 5th. Here we go. 10-pin lead in the game for Snyder, but they're down 21 after 1. So only an 11-pin game here for the match.
Oh, these are always the best.
Now, back half of the game here, pressure is on all these players who can kind of push down the adrenaline rush here and throw good shots. Comes in high as Gonzalez. But it's a makeable spare. 6-10. And now.
They're just maximizing their scores.
Yeah. Luna Asano here. Comes
shot.
Trips out the 10. Big shot for Roncalli. Now important mark here for Snyder. That needs to hook a little, and it does.
Wow.
It does.
I was holding my breath.
I think more than half that ball was hanging off the gutter, I think.
As Aerosmith once said, living on the edge.
Big spare, though. Big spare.
Oh,
Now, 7th frames. Boy, again, just an 8-pin lead for Snyder. They're down 13 in the match, though. Here is Lauren Candler. Or excuse me, this is Lacey Butler for Snyder. Lauren Candler will be bowling for Roncalli. And a washout for Snyder. A lot of bowling left, though.
Oh! Big double. Yeah, big time double.
Jump around, says Roncalli. Almost made the spare for Butler. Now, all the momentum. Again, it's amazing how you have momentum shifts here.
Oh, yeah. You just got to be able to figure out how you can control it and keep it on your side rather than giving it to the opponent.
Well, Roncalli takes the lead back in the game. They're already ahead in the match. In huge frame right now for Snyder. It's do or die here in the 8th frame. And Olivia Peak.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, just a little bit of pressure, right? Left lane here, 8th frame. Comes in light, 1-2-4. Well, Snyder's got to fill frames, and they're going to need a little bit of help here
Yeah,
for
with
Roncalli.
strikes, you're going to need help. Yep.
Alyssa Nybert here for Roncalli. Comes in
Oh,
light. Oh! Take that, she says.
Wow, what action there. Snyder couldn't get the 7 out, but Roncalli does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, important spare here for Snyder. Hook a little? Yes, it does. There we go. Now, 9th frames here.
Yeah, I
But
don't
Roncalli-
think Snyder's going to do it with spares. They're going to need strikes
Oh, yeah.
and help.
Yeah, 9th frames here. Winner will take on Evansville North in our championship match. Now, Corby Smock here, 4th in the 9th frame here, working on a spare.
Wow.
What pressure, she says.
beautiful.
What
Yeah,
pressure.
no doubter there.
She has been solid all
Wow.
day today. And now, stepping up here, Sarah Hoffman for Roncalli, working on a 3-bagger here, frames 6 through 8. She could almost seal the deal here. That needs to hook. 2, 4, 5, 7.
That's about 6 more than I thought.
Boy, what really hurts too is the pin count.
Yeah,
right
it
on the
does.
strikes. Now, if I'm Tori, Crystal, do you wait? Let her fill this frame before I throw my first shot in the 10th.
Oh, absolutely. Just because when you're kind of the underdog, you want to know what you have to get to be able to make sure that you can step up and do the job. And that's just what I thought when I was an anchor. And so I always was like, okay, let me put the pressure on them.
Well, here, Tori, the anchor player for Snyder, all the pressure here, 10th frame. Looks great off her hand, comes in light. Oh, 2-5. Boy, it looked good off her hand, Mike.
Yeah, a lot of ball speed it looked like, maybe just a little too much, but right on line, she gave it a shot.
180 max score for Snyder. And that will wrap it up for Roncalli. There's their ticket into the championship match.
Ron Colley able to make the big shots when they needed them.
Yeah,
You're right, Mike. You look at the back half of that game, and they've been solid. Strikes in 4 of those 5 frames.
Yeah, what a finish.
What a season for the girls from Fort Wayne Snyder. Unbelievable year for them. And like you said, Mike, they had a huge game in game number 12, shooting 246 to climb their way in to this top 3.
I think we can fast forward about 12 months, and we'll probably see them standing right here again. So, yeah, and they'll use this as a stepping stone. So, great season for Fort Wayne Schneider.
Absolutely.
179 your final score, and you can see the emotions on the face of the players, Crystal. As you know, it's tough when your career in that specific time of your life, whether it's high school or college, comes to a close.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, I was able to end my college career on a national championship. I joke around with people, and because we bowled ITCs, and we came second, so I know what it feels like when that ends, but I joke around and I say, well, I was an NCAA bowler, and so people laugh at that all the time, but fortunately I had such a great career in college that I really couldn't dwell on the things that had just happened or the losses that I had taken, but it stinks. I mean, as a competitor, I'm like, yeah, I want to beat them, I want to be the winner, but also now looking at these girls, I'm like, it stinks seeing when people don't get their dreams to come true necessarily, but I mean, that's what the future holds. If you put in the work, then it should come true.
Well, threes are wild for Roncalli. They shoot 333 to defeat Snyder 304. They'll advance to take on Evansville North in our championship match. Crystal, thanks for joining us here in our broadcast for our semifinal match. Best of luck in the upcoming season.
Thank you very much.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the championship match here between Roncalli and Evansville North right after this, right here on Savage Bowling TV.
The coach of the Harris team, who is the leading team going into the finals here. Coach Harris, it's been a long break since you guys qualified first. What'd you tell the guys?
Just to stay the course, one frame at a time. Don't think about the finish line because you can't get there unless you go one frame at a time. So I think they're ready. They're pretty laid back. They're a good group of kids, so we're excited. So
Same lineup as this morning?
Yep. Same lineup, been that way all day. They've been real consistent. So, yep, we're going to ride that horse all the way to the end. So,
all right, well, we're going to talk with Camden Harris. Camden, it's been a good season for you guys, but I know it's been one that you've kind of built your momentum all the way on, and you've kind of really peaked, but you've peaked at the right time. You guys are the leaders going into today, or going into this game now coming up. As the anchor, what's your job?
Do the best I can to throw the best shots I can and give our team, an opportunity to finish where we want to finish, which the end goal would be first tonight. So.
Well, watching Harris all season, you guys have been solid all season and from top to bottom. So I know you guys got a lot of things to do when you graduate and move on, but the job is to do what today?
Win.
Great job and best of luck the rest.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good luck, guys. All right, we'll be back shortly with the title match, the Indiana State Boys Championships.
All right, welcome back here in the broadcast booth. Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee here, bringing you all the action from the Indiana High School Bowling State Championship. We're in Expo, Royal Pin Expo in Indianapolis. We're about to watch the boys battle it out for a state title. You're going to have Greenfield Central taking on Lafayette Harrison. And I tell you what, Levi Harris has his boys ready to play.
They sound very confident. I mean, you know, it's one of those things that they've really been building as the seasons happen. They've really had strong tournaments, and so it's no surprise they're where they're at. It's been almost 3 hours since they finished bowling, and so it's going to be tough to just start again. I mean, that time between trying to time it just right when you get your practice balls in and that. But like I said, I think that the kids are ready. Greenfield Central, they had to come in and bowl a game, then go back out, and so it's not easy on them either. So title match, a lot of nerves.
Well, Harrison has been led by someone very familiar to Levi. Matter of fact, it's his son, Camden Harris, the senior, and he's bowled anchor this entire tournament. And he has really kind of put some of the kids on his shoulders only by stepping up in the 10th frame. It takes all 5 guys. But we're really familiar. I'm really familiar with this team. They bowl in my hometown. My son goes to Harrison. We last broadcasted Harrison State Championship, I'm guessing maybe 7-8 years ago. Jeff Mann was on that team. Mike Mann was the coach. And so Harrison looking to win a couple of state titles here on the team side of things. But as we know, qualifying to this, totally different animal, right?
Yeah, it's a team, and now we're in a live stream. There's a lot of different pace. There's a lot of more nerves knowing what's on the other side of these 2 games. So, yeah, it's not a given that just because you're the number 1 seed, it's going to be handed to you. So it's up to both teams to go out there and win it.
Yeah, so sit back. We hope you enjoy watching. I'm sure all the fans back in Lafayette waiting here to see what Lafayette Harrison does. But Greenfield Central, no slouch. They've got a win under their belt. And we would think typically they have all the momentum, but we'll see what happens, right? That's why we bowl. Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's a 2-game match, total pins, and spares are still going to be important. Absolutely. We saw that in the semifinal round with both teams, right? It became strikes weren't that easy. You had to fill frames, and really Cathedral struggled a lot more with that than Greenfield Central did. Yeah, and I think, after watching Greenfield Central and like you said, knowing Harrison, there's some players on there that can throw some doubles. So we may see better scoring, and the lanes have been bowled on a little bit more, so it's kind of tamed down a bit, maybe to the advantage of this game. We'll see, but you're bowling for a state title. I mean, it's just not a given to go out there and make good shots. It's something you got to lay everything you've had mental game wise. Coaches are important, the fans are important, everybody's important, but it's a team game, so we'll see how it goes. It'll be fun. Yeah, I want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We can't thank them enough. Storm, and obviously Trophy House, ICBA, IBCA, and all of the Indiana Bowling proprietors, all of those that make this broadcast possible. And really, the winner of this, they're going to etch their name, the school name, on the Doty Cup. Doty Cup, yeah. They'll be excited to see their name on there and to hold it. So it's a big honor. I mean, to come out here with state titles. So. Look forward to see who wins it. Yeah, we're down to our final minute of practice, and we appreciate you sticking out with us here this afternoon from Royal Pin Expo in Indianapolis for the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships. The boys about to determine who's going to take home the hardware. We're just a few seconds away from practice finishing, and again, we thank you for watching here on the exclusive voice of high school bowling here in the state of Indiana, Savage Bowling TV. Already have lineups for Harrison, and Mike, Levi was pretty confident. He's like, I know what I'm doing, right? He's going to stick with the guys that brought him here. Leading off for Harrison will be Jared Bird. Bowling second will be Nick Dinner. Bowling third will be Antonio Figueras. Figueras, yeah. And bowling fourth will be Caden Coddington, and Camden Harris bowling fifth. We'll get you that lineup for Greenfield Central here when we get it from the coaching staffs. 2-game total pin match will determine the winner here. You know, we talk about pressure, Mike. There's always pressure. But, boy, this is pinnacle pressure when it comes down to it, right?
Now when you look over there at that table on the left that has all the awards on it, that comes after this game.
For the boys championship.
Now, Jim Proper, the coach for Greenfield Central, let's see if he changed his lineup. Braden McPherson leading off. Corbin Elliott bowling second. Blake Campbell third. Alyssa Cash, again, still in the fourth spot. Nathan Robbins, the senior, bowling anchor.
Good luck in your quest for the championship.
Everything on the line here. It doesn't get any better than this. If you're a fan of the sport of bowling, it doesn't matter what it is. This is such a cool thing to see these kids. Can they battle the nerves, the adrenaline, and make great shots to win something as big as this?
And some of them have been working for this for over 5 years, to get here. So, it's a lot of work, a lot of excitement, and it's all down into the next 20 or 30 minutes. It's going to go fast, and it's up to the coaches to keep them calm and get the players to make a good shot, and most of all, sportsmanship, have fun, and do your best.
Well, Harrison had a little bit of an up-and-down season. They finished 6-4 in their conference. They actually lost to McCutcheon, who made it to the state championships here today, too, as well. But they really turned it on when it came down to the kind of what we call the playoffs. They won sectionals, they won regionals, and they just kind of held on to fourth place in semi-state. So
sometimes it's easy to look too far past, look a little too forward. But,
right.
The goal's to get here, and here they are.
All right, Jared Bird going to lead things off for Harrison. Left lane. Lane 44-45 for your championship pair. Oh, boy, and that's how you want to start.
That's making use of your practice right there. A great shot to start it for Harrison.
But I love, the kids from Harrison, very calm, right?
They certainly seem confident.
Oh, but
shot.
Greenfield Central says, hold on. As Braden McPherson comes in with a light mixer.
We've seen some good mixers come in on that right lane, and pins fall a little slow, but that one certainly fell.
Nick Denner, Mom and Dad Margot, and Bill have to be so thrilled watching their son participate for a state title. Pulls it a little left. That shot looked like it might have had a little bit of nerves to it, Mike.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, there's a lot of excitement going on out here for sure.
Greenfield Central comes in light. Corbin Elliott there with the 2-4. And that's the tough part on these kids, Mike, is you only get 2 shots. It's hard to really kind of get your feet wet, isn't it?
No, it really is. Great comeback.
Yeah.
Great comeback. As good as a solid 10 and a spare, right?
And if you're Coach Harris, that's just what you want.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't strike, fill the frame, right? Now Greenfield Central with the
good
mark.
Job. Yep. Good job. Good spare.
Boy, got an all-even match here. Now Antonio stepping up here for Harrison, the junior. Oh, what a
Beautiful shot.
Antonio Figueroa with a great shot there in the third. Boy.
Knocked that 10 right out of there. Great shot. Nice and smooth.
Much different feeling than the semifinal match. Both teams coming out firing.
Firing, yeah, exactly.
Oh, Brooklyn strike there. Take it.
Yep.
You'll take it.
Yep, you move your head up and down on those instead of left and right. That's a good one. You'll take anything that falls.
There's a strike all even after 3 frames. And now the senior for Lafayette Harrison, Caden Coddington. He's going to bowl for Vincennes. And he's planning to become a fireman, Mike, when he's done with college.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
Oh,
Beautiful
what a shot. Mike, it looks like they're using a lot more urethane.
A lot of ball speed. Got a lot of two-handers working there, but keeping the ball in play, making good shots so far.
Very focused for Harrison. They're not getting
really
real
are.
up, right?
They really are.
Now Alyssa Cash here for Greenfield Central. Can she get back on it? Oh, hit it. And it does not enough. Stubborn 7-pin.
Semifinal, she bowled well in that number 4 slot, and another great shot in the championship match.
She has bowled fantastic.
Just did not get the break there. That was a great shot. Sent that 5 flying, and but we've seen that angle several times on this right lane today, where that 5-pin will go out, but the 7 just doesn't go.
All right. Important to run this spare down. Hang on. Oh, and it does. All right.
Just got to touch it. Got to touch it. Yeah, good job by Alyssa.
Now Camden Harris, the senior, going to take his talents to Weber University down in Florida. Oh, hit him thin.
Good ball speed.
Mike, what do you think of the game plan throwing urethane off the corner here?
Well, the one thing about it is they only bowl one game on this lane, so they're flipping to the other lane. So it's going to not affect them as much as it would otherwise when you just stay on one lane.
Now, big shot here for Nathan Robbins. Oh, and he steps up. I love it.
Clean shot.
I love it.
Shot. Yep.
Love to see great action here from the high school state finals. Boys championship. Both teams stepping up. Fantastic start to this final match here, game number 1 here.
Back to the leadoff bowlers.
Jared Bird, the senior. Very experienced team here for Harrison. He's going to take his talents to Purdue University. Comes in line. Oh! Take that, 7-pin.
4 in a row. They're putting them together.
Wow.
Greenfield Central's been very close to this. This is for a double.
All right, here we go. Braden McPherson comes in high. Messenger comes across. Oh, takes out the 10 but forgets the 6.
Greenfield Central just need to keep filling those frames, though. Don't give anything back.
You can't really worry about what your opponents are doing at this point in time.
Because even with the Harrison 4 in a row, they're not ahead by that much. Still in the 20s.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it as close as possible.
2 games.
Yes.
There's so much bowling left. Great spare here. I love the fact the players here stepping up big here in pressure situations. It was just kind of a survival of the fittest in the semifinal round. Now Nick Denner here. See if he can calm the nerves here in the 7th frame.
Oh! Did he calm the nerves? Wow.
I don't want to sound bad, but do we rerun the lanes? What's going on here? It's like strikes galore.
What a great comeback, though, after having a tough shot the first frame last time and coming back with that beautiful shot.
Hit light, get
great
it, yes!
Shot. Great shot.
7-pin goes down here in the 7th frame for Central.
Beautiful shot.
That was Corbin Elliott. And now Antonio Figueroas here in the 8th frame. 5-bagger working. Oh, wow, shot. What a shot. We are seeing some fantastic shot making right now.
They really are. Greenfield Central, they're still every other frame's a strike, but they got a chance to double with this one.
Mike Harrison led qualifying by 100 pins. Oh, what a shot. Here we go. Here we go. Great shot there from Blake Campbell.
And a big one, too. That stopped the add to the lead for Harrison.
Now, Caden Connington here, 9th frame. What a final match we've got going here. Greenfield Central, Lafayette Harrison.
You can't win the championship in this 9th and 10th of the first game, but you certainly can make yourself a long ways towards it.
Here we go. The senior from West Lafayette. Oh, great shot. Solid 10. Boy, that's all you're asking for, Mike, isn't it?
Made a great shot. That had a great chance of striking. Solid 10. Just now you got to settle back down and make sure you get that spare. Beautiful shot.
Remember, Central won their semifinal match with scores of 185 and 160. Oh, Brooklyn strike for Alyssa Cash. Mike, we're going to pass that by a mile.
Yeah, Alyssa Cash getting another strike to make it 3 in a row. Now cutting into the Harrison lead.
All right, now important spare here for Caden, especially right after Alyssa Cash strike in the 9th. Oh, first mistake here for Harrison as Caden misses the 10. 217 in the 9th. Max score of 247 right now. Greenville Central on a 220 pace. Now Camden Harris, senior here. Anchor player for Harrison. Coach's son. Ooh, flat 10. You know, and important too, man, not to panic after your open frame, right?
Yeah, exactly. Still got to fill it in. Greenfield Central has a chance to come out of here with the lead, believe it or not, in the 10th frame.
Nathan Robbins here, anchor bowler. Comes in light. Ooh. Leaving just the 7.
Yeah, needed to get that 5 out of there, yep.
Went from an almost horrendous break to a fortunate. All right, good spare there from Camden. Now, Mike, Harrison shoots 230 plus their first game. Based on what you've seen, you would think, wow, they've got a big lead, but not so fast, right?
No, Greenfield Central was able to eat into the lead there in the 8th and 9th, and then got the 7-pin, made the spare. So they're going to be in the 220s, it looks, or 2 teens.
Yeah, 2
high
teens.
2 teens, so they're going to be about 18, 19 pins down around that area.
Boy, if you're Harrison too, you think, boy, we can't bowl a whole lot better, right?
No, and that's what Greenfield had to do. Greenfield Central needed to do to stay close.
Solid
beautiful
strike
shot.
there.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
237 first score for Harrison.
You know, both teams did what they needed to do in their situations. Greenfield Central need to eat into that lead a little bit and get back. Even had a chance to throw 3 strikes in the 10th and take the lead.
Yeah.
But, Harrison's able to hold on to a small lead going into the next game.
Well, Harrison had a really impressive qualifying block. Oh, great shot there from Nathan. 219 finish. Hey, 18-pin lead after 1 game. When we come back after this short timeout, we're going to have game number 2, and we'll talk to the champions here on the boys' state title run from the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships. Back right after this. All right, we're back here from Royal Penn Expo for the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships on the boys' side, and game number 1 in the books. And all of a sudden, Mike, we got a shootout.
Yeah, we saw some great shots in that first match for both teams. The fact that Harrison came out, had 5 in a row, and then just a beautiful shot by Caden Connington, leaving a solid 10. You'd have thought, wow, they were just going to run away with it. But then just a comeback from Greenville Central late, who had a chance to actually take the lead with 3 strikes in the 10th, but not able to do that. But they kept themselves in the game with still a shot at the Doty Cup. 237
to 219, your score here in game number 1. Harrison with an 18-pin advantage. And now if you're both coaches, Mike, what are you telling your kids?
Well, I think don't change a thing, but the one thing is they've had to switch lanes now, so we'll see how they're able to adjust and who's figured that part of it out, and who can make the best shots to start with and get lined up again and just do the same thing.
Yeah, the biggest no-brainer is you're not seeing a lineup change at all after those 2 games. Oh, what a shot. Patrick McPherson.
Yeah, big shot by Greenfield Central.
And to be honest with you kind of want to get out in front if you're a
that's
team,
a big
right?
message.
You want to be the one shooting the frame first, right?
Yeah,
because now the pressure goes right on to Jared Bird.
Yeah, that sends a big message.
Now, the senior leadoff bowler for Levi Harris's Harrison Raider team. Oh, good break there. That's the thing, too. Now, it's important. You got to figure this lane out. It's going to be different than what you just bowled on, right?
Yeah, I think they're a little conferring to see if they think there's a big change they need to make or not. But, you know, first thing first, get that 4-7 spare.
Yeah, critical to fill frames here, because if you fill frames, you're forcing Greenfield Central to throw some strikes consecutively, right, to cut into this deficit.
And Greenfield Central looks pretty calm over there. They're smiling, and you know, Harrison looks a little more business-like. They're just a little more solemn and taking it frame by frame. We'll see how that goes. Good spare.
Yeah. Now, important.
Big shot.
Yeah, important for Jared to pass on any information that he saw. The first thing you're asking him, did you throw it good, right?
Yeah.
Now, stepping up here for Greenfield Central, Corbin Elliott working on a strike. Oh, Brooklyn is the answer there.
Big shot. Big break. Eats into that Harrison lead.
Boy, Mike, they've been the benefactor of a couple key Brooklyns here. Nick Dinner. Oh, Nick with a great shot.
Great shot.
Now, Blake Campbell stepping up here. And, Mike, they could take the lead.
They can run out and hide here. Yeah,
they could take the lead in the match with a strike right here. Oh,
beautiful
and he does.
Shot.
What
beautiful
a shot. Mike, I am absolutely stunned at what's going on right here.
Yeah, there's no defense there. This is a big shot for Antonio.
We didn't see any of this in semifinal match.
No, they've come out looking for that championship.
Now Antonio here. Comes in light. Oh, Brooklyn leaving the 5-10. What that does to Harrison when your team starts out with the front three against you, boy, that immediately puts so much pressure on you.
There's a lot on you. So, yeah, it's up to Harrison just to settle back down and do what they did the first game and just take it one frame at a time. That's about all you can do right now. Just get back lined up and start throwing some strikes.
Do you go for this or do you get one?
I think with the one, you got to go for it.
All right.
Good try. Yep, good try.
Open frame. Only the second open frame in the match for Harrison. Obviously, that first one really hurt when
Alyssa Cash. Here's Alyssa, who's put some pretty good shots when she's had a couple strikes in front of her. She's put a good shot behind it.
Yeah, and if Caden carries that 10 pin, we could be talking totally something different right now. But he didn't. Now Alyssa Cash comes in light.
Oh,
ooh,
good
4-5.
That was a good shot. Gave it every chance. Thought it was going to take it off the wall. Got to put the ball right between these two.
Now, important here for Caden to kind of forget about his previous frame, right?
Yeah, well, he needs to, if he can get a good shot in here and get a strike and set up Camden to maybe get you double and get that string going again.
Here we go. Fourth frame. Game number 2. Oh, hit him thin. Watch him spin. That's exactly what you want from your setup senior here for Harrison. Now Alyssa Cash here. Boy, what a spare would do right now, because anytime you have a split, you're thinking there might be a little bit of an opening here. Oh, she takes the 4 back, leaving the 5 open frame. So now an 8-pin lead in the game for Central. They're down 18, though, in the match, now only down 10. So a big shot here for Greenfield Central here. Nathan Robbins going to go first. Surprising Camden didn't step up there real quick, Mike, and get out in front.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to get settled in and make sure he makes a good shot. That's what he wants to do.
Right through the face. Pin comes across. Ooh, almost a huge break for Central.
It was a big break, breaking that out, getting it down just a makeable spare. And Camden doing a little maintenance on the approach.
Well, right now you're just trying to slow that heart rate down as much as possible, aren't you?
Yep. So Camden's up there, a little gamemanship here, kind of working themselves back and forth. Who's going to throw? And looks like Camden Harris is going to get the shot here.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of gamesmanship, right? All right, here we go. Oh, comes in high, 410. Looked like he just kind of pulled that inside a little bit.
Yep, inside just a little bit. Almost held up.
Makes this spare attempt for Nathan a little bit easier, doesn't it? When you're staring at your opponent split over there.
Yeah, I think Camden's got to get a run at this.
Mark in the 5th. Now, as you said, going to try to go for it here. Not the worst thing in my mind, though. Pin count, there's still a lot of frames left in a Baker match.
Yes, and everybody's got one frame left, so each bowler's got one frame left. It's who's going to finish it to take the Doty Cup home.
Just a 12-pin deficit now for Lafayette Harrison. And that's what I'm sure the kids are just telling themselves. Listen, you got to want it more, right?
Beautiful shot.
What a shot. I'm telling you,
Two great shots from him, yeah.
Braden McPherson has bowled solid for Central.
He has set the pace.
Now important for Jared Bird to follow suit here. After you watch this, you hate to see anybody lose at this point, right?
Yeah, this is
Both
a tough
teams
one.
have
Yeah,
bowled
it's a tough
fantastic.
one. Yep.
Couple of mistakes here in this game for Harrison. Oh, Jared steps up for a strike.
Yeah. He's done for his career there. His
high school career has come to a close. You don't think about those things, right, at that moment. But you're right.
Boy, he just posted a beautiful shot.
Now, Corbin Elliott here for Central.
He can take Greenfield Central a long way towards that championship right there.
Comes in light. 7-pin. No.
Beautiful shot. Once again, that 5 goes out, but the 7 does not.
How big of a shot right now, Mike, for Nick Denner, the sophomore?
Big one.
For Harrison. Oh, he misses a head pin left. 1-3-9. Now.
Difficult spare. It's a tough spare.
You know, if you're Nick, obviously not the experienced kid as a sophomore, but you let Elliott finish the frame before you throw, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more about getting the spare, you know, whatever you need to do to get that spare.
All right, now really a huge cover here for Nick as Greenfield Central marks in the 7th. Still, Mike, if he makes the spare here, it's only a 12-pin deficit. Oh, and he takes. Wow, pin came out of the back and took the 9 out.
Almost pulled that out forward,
frame.
yeah.
Now it's do or die here for Harrison.
Looked like a good shot at spare. It just broke loose on him on the back there, but yeah, he made a good run at it.
Just goes to show you how tough it is when you switch lanes.
Yes.
Oh, my, what a shot. Blake Campbell just rips a rack from the gutter.
These shots are huge for Harrison.
Antonio comes in light, 4-pin.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot. Just didn't get that break. That light shot on that right lane just did not seem to pay off today for everyone.
206 pace right now for Greenfield Central. Harrison can strike out for 184.
They've got 213 left. 214 left, Harrison. Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, no, only 184.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I apologize.
Important
for
cover
that.
here. All right, makes a spare.
Yep.
So really, they're going to need a little help, Mike.
Yep.
This is in Greenfield Central's hands right now.
Yep.
They control everything.
No, they do. And they're working on a strike with Alyssa, who's been very strong all day in that 9th frame.
Really, if you're Greenfield Central, you fill frames here, and you are going to be a state champion.
Yes. Yep.
Alyssa Cash. She is straight money here in the 9th frame.
Yep. Great shots all day in the 9th frame for Alyssa Cash. Beautiful shot.
All right. That, Mike, is a huge shot. This is a must strike right now for Caden Connington.
Yep.
Oh, no, 9-pin goes. All right, Mike, it's right here. I think any type of mark for Nathan Robbins, and I think Greenfield Central will win.
Yeah, they're in the 2 teens now. So
anything less than that, Camden Harris is going to have a chance. Max score 421 for Harrison. Okay. 203. Yep, that's enough. 422 the total there. Camden Harris filling the game out for Harrison, comes in high. 4, 6, 7. And Harrison, their run comes to an end in dramatic fashion here.
Greenfield Central putting together 2 very good games, but this second game was quite awesome what they were able to do in that second game.
And Nathan Robbins with the spare in the 10th, and Greenfield Central is your state champions on the boys' side, and what a run they've made, Mike.
Yeah, they certainly put together a second game here that was championship worthy for sure. And what a great tournament for Harrison. Great tournament, great season.
.152, tough finish there for Harrison, 389 total. But they took Harrison, Greenfield Central took Harrison's best shot.
Yeah, it's not to be able
in
to
game number 1.
Yeah, to get demoralized with that run that Harrison put together. But yeah, what some great shot making by Greenfield Central to win the Doty Cup.
Greenfield Central, your champions. Harrison from West Lafayette, your runner-up. My, oh my, what a state championship. 434 to 389. And now, all that's left is the trophy presentation to Jim Proper and his team from Greenfield Central. When we come back, Mike, you'll be laneside with coach and players from Greenfield Central, your boys high school state champion. Back for more right after this.
All right, here we are. I stand here fortunately with the Greenfield Central Indiana State champions, the winners of the Doty Cup. First I'm going to go to Coach Parrish. Coach Parrish, what great shot making today, all day long. But what happened that second game? How'd you pull those guys together?
Actually, I didn't. Nate did. It was just about making spares, making strikes, cleaning the game up.
Great job today. Great job. Fun to watch. Nathan, anchor bowler for the state champions. So what did you have to do to pull off those shots in the 10th frame? What great shots to win the Doty Cup.
It's all about composure in those last few shots. Like, you're going to have nerves. You're going to have to be calm. That's how you're going to win, is just have good composure.
Great job. It certainly looked like in the semifinal game, maybe it wasn't quite as calm. You looked so calm in the championship game, and you got the rest of the team to get together, and you're the Doty Cup champions. Now what?
Get to celebrate. We get nationals in the summer, and then get to focus on more bowling for me.
Well, great job from Greenfield Central, the Doty Cup champions for this season. What a great job from all the players. I'm going to take it back. We're going to take a short break and be back with the trophy presentation. Nope, yeah, a little tighter if you would. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. And wait. All right, welcome back, and we're about ready to start the championship match for the Doty Cup for the girls' championship, and we're with Evansville North. First of all, let me go to Coach Goins. Coach Goins, you guys have had a long break today between now and the title match. What'd you tell the girls?
Well, we knew from last year that would be tough. The cob that we faced last year had to sit, and it looked like that affected them a little bit. So we tried to stay loose. We went and stretched before the boys' finals match, and it's just going to come down to who makes the most spares, and yeah, we're excited.
All right, well, great job.
Yep.
Good luck in this last match.
Thanks.
All right, let me go to Jessica Sissons. Jessica, so you've had a long break. You've been practicing a little bit, ready to go. So what's next in the championship match? What are you looking to do?
We're hoping to take it all. We're hoping to do it 2 years back to back. We're really relying on our teamwork, dedication. We have a communication throughout our team, which will be nice to go up there and talk back and forth. But it's really fun to bowl with these girls, and I'm really excited.
Good deal. Good job, Jessica.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the championship map for the girls' championship. Look out for Evansville North. Take care. Good luck.
All right, welcome back here in the broadcast booth. Scott Gilmore and Mike Albee here on Savage Bowling TV, bringing you all the action here from the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships. And now the girls' final match about to take place here between the Royals from Roncalli against the Huskies from Evansville North. And Evansville North, your number 1 seed. Love the interview there from Jessica Sisson. Really confident. You got to like what you see there.
No, and it sounds like they had a plan for the long break between. Coach was saying, hey, we watched it last year and we saw the effect it had on the other teams in DeKalb, I believe. And, I think from the players to the coaches, they seem to have a good game plan.
Now, John and Nikki Bowery, the coaches for Roncalli, they shot .333 in their first match in the semifinals to get to this title match. You got to think that there's going to need to be more than that. What are they telling their kids here as they prepare themselves here for the title?
Yeah, I think that. But if you think about it, I mean, I think the semifinal match with the Royals of Roncalli, I mean, they had that turkey, that 3 in a row there late in the second game that propelled them and basically it locked it up for them. The game was over. They shut them out to finish them off. So I think we haven't seen a lot of that. A team going out there and taking it, and they did. So I think the Bowerleys know pretty well of how to coach the kids, and they've experienced it and experienced their own games, and so I think they're going to have the Royals ready.
We talked about it too. They're a fairly young team. I think they return almost 80% of their roster. I think they have 2 seniors on their team right now. So obviously the Bowerleys building something quite special at Roncalli. Can they cap the season off with the title? We'll find out. But Evansville North, you got to feel like, they sat for a little bit longer than others, right, being that number 1 seed. But as you always know from your career as a professional bowler, you like being up top when it comes to
yeah. You'd much rather have an automatic guarantee you're playing for the championship. So no matter what happens, if it's a bad break or whatever. But so now they're in the championship match. Now it's yours to take. So and being the leader, you got to go for it.
All right. Our match about to take place. Practice done here in just a few seconds. And Mr. Gerard Kelly will send us off here, our MC for the weekend here.
All right, here we go. The girls' finals. 144 will be the number 1 seed, Evansville North Huskies, looking for back-to-back championships. And 45, the Roncalli Royals.
All right, your lineups here for the Royals from Roncalli. Bowling first is Allie Luna Asano. Second is Lauren Candler. Third is Alyssa Nybert. Fourth is Sarah Hoffman. And your anchor, Allison Holden. And a point that Mr. Kelly just made that we didn't really talk about, Evansville North looking for back-to-back state titles. That hasn't been done in 20-plus years here in the state of Indiana. Their lineup is bowling off first is Elora Vukovic. Second is Madison Hart. Third is Caitlin Warren. Fourth is Jessica Sisson. And their anchor bowler, Isabella Davenport. So Evansville North starting on the left lane, lane 44. Again, pretty amazing though, Mike. Bowling for a back-to-back state title. That's so hard to do.
It is, with the rosters that change from, kids that age out or graduate out and getting new players in. Yeah, to be able to come here and then actually do it. It's one thing to have the roster to be successful. It's another thing for them to do it.
Here's the most amazing thing is they only have 1 senior on this lineup, and that is Jessica Sisson, their 4th bowler. First shot of the match here for the Huskies, Elora Vukovic, comes in light pocket and leaves the 5 or 3-5. What is that?
No, that's a 5-8-10.
5-8-10, yeah. We're off to an angle.
Yes, we are.
I need to look at your monitor, Scott.
4 lanes over, yeah.
Now leading off is Allie Luna Asano with a strike, and Roncalli starting right where they left off in that semifinal match, Mike.
Do you remember Allie's first frame in the semifinal?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and she come back with a total addition of 10 to that. She struck this time. What a great shot to lead it off. And a bad break for Jessica for hitting the pocket, leaving a 5-8-10.
And she misses all of them. And
we've seen spares are really important today, and pin count for that matter.
Filling frames has been huge. And that really, to me, Mike, determined that semifinal match, because Snyder, unbelievable year, right?
They really did.
Undefeated
Yeah.
coming into the season, and they struggled filling frames. Now, there's a shot there from Madison Hart, coming in just a little heavy, leaving the 4-7. Get to know here some of the girls from Evansville North looking for back-to-back state titles. And a kind of a flat 10 there from Lauren Candler.
That was a good run, though, for a double there to start the championship match.
Oh, and an open frame for Evansville North. But, Mike, they have their lineup consists of 2 freshmen, 2 junior, and a senior for the Huskies from Evansville North. That's impressive. Now Lauren Candler. Boy, how big would this be to start out with back-to-back marks when your opponent opens both frames?
Beautiful spare. Roncalli Royals seem to be loose starting out. Nice and relaxed, having fun. It's been a long day sitting there waiting for Evansville North Huskies.
But you get 10 minutes of practice on the pair,
Yep.
right? And you're getting, oh, there's a great strike there for
that's a one.
Caitlin Warren.
Yep.
But you're also warming up off to
No,
the
you
side,
can do
right?
that.
Right?
Exactly.
So let's.
But it's hard to start and stop. You've got
yeah.
to plan your timeout. You
Right.
know, and they had a good game plan for that. Coach Goins was very solid on that.
Coming in light. Oh,
That's a
there
big
we go.
break. Yeah, that 7-pin going out makes that spare much easier. Just a 2.
Just a 2-pin for Alyssa Nybert. Oh, wow, I thought she made that.
So did she. Yeah, she thought she was right on that. Certainly thought it was going to finish off, and it couldn't have been by very much.
Now the senior for Evansville North, Jessica Sisson here. Boy, a very confident interview with you before this match took place.
Yeah, Jessica knew what she was going to say and do. Here's the shot.
Oh,
wow.
And she
it
backs it up,
yeah,
right?
It relates right to the lane. That's a double. Big shot.
Yeah, she backed up. What she said she was going to do.
Yep.
Now, the Royals, Sarah Hoffman comes in light, leaving the bucket. And now all of a sudden, after back-to-back opens to start the game for North, a little momentum shift.
Kind of back to what Crystal Elliott said, on the momentum switch, and here we are in another one.
Yeah. Of course, Crystal, wonderful career in college, bowling for Jacksonville State.
Good spare.
Who happens to be coached by Stephanie and now I'm going to forget their last name, but
Shannon
O'Keefe and Brian O'Keefe, Hall of Fame coach, recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. Oh, great shot there. Back-to-back strikes. So Crystal knows a thing or two about team bowling here from the Baker standpoint. And a great shot there by your anchor bowler for the Royals, Allison Holden.
The battle is on.
Yeah.
It was great listening to Crystal Elliott. Great young player, and she's got a good head on her shoulders and headed for a good career, it sounds like.
Now, back to the top of the order for the Huskies, and Elora Vukovic comes in light, leaving just the 1-2. And now Allie Luna Asano here. Struck her first time. Comes in light. Oh, 4-5. Bad break there.
Yeah, gave it a run. Thought she had a chance there. It just slid just a little light. Got to make that ball fit right between them.
That needs to hook, and it does. Just wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it. It got there. And now Allie here trying to convert the 4-5. Ooh.
I thought that was going to come on across. Bowling's a game of
fractions of inches.
It's amazing. And now the Huskies. Top.
Roll it out. No.
Nope. Tried to go Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Here in the
roll
seventh.
it out.
But a 9-pin spare conversion for Madison Hart. And now that'll bring back up Lauren Candler. She pulled that one across. Not an easy spare. The pin count doesn't hurt you as they were working on an open frame. And now Madison Hart with the spare in the seventh. Well, if you look at this game for the Huskies, their 3-4-5 bowlers, very solid.
Yeah, that was a big 3 in a row they threw there.
And that's a great turnaround for them here in the start of the back half of the game there with back-to-back marks. As Lauren Candler misses the spare, back-to-back opens now for the Royals. And it's just amazing how we talk about the ebb and flows of these matches. Just so many momentum shifts.
And it can be a solid 10-pin. It can be a missed spare. It could be a Brooklyn strike. You know, there's certain things that just turn things around.
Caitlin Warren with another strike. That's 2 for her this game.
Can they do it again with 3 in a row here?
One of the more experienced players, a junior for the Huskies, and now back to the Royals. Oh, great shot there in the 8th frame for Alyssa Nybert, leaving the solid 10.
Just not getting that 10-pin out. Good shot.
Well, fans, stick around with us tomorrow. We'll be back here in Royal Pin Expo for the singles portion of the state championships. Always a fun time to watch.
Oh, hang on there, yeah.
We've had some exciting matches in those single matches.
Some good
scores. A little bit different,
everything.
too. We're going to have the girls and boys bowling together. And so we're going to have a lot of action tomorrow. Join us on Savage Bowling TV for that. We look forward to bringing you all of the Indiana High School bowling state action here from the state of Indiana. And now Jessica Sisson comes in light. Oh, 7-pin.
Gave it a chance.
But a good shot.
Yeah, gave it a chance.
Important to fill the frame now. Now Ron Colley looking to get back on that strike train here in the 9th. And Sarah Hoffman up on the approach. Oh, he hits it. Come on. Come on, 10-pin.
10-pin has not been helpful for Ron Colley. Good shot.
Both players leaving corner pins here in the 9th. And Jessica gets it. Oh, open frame for Ron Colley. 152 in the 8th for the Huskies of Evansville North. Now 133 in the 9th. So roughly almost a 40-pin lead here for Evansville North.
Yeah, that 3 in a row there, riding that 3 in a row there.
All right, Isabella Davenport here in the 10th frame. She comes in light. Oh, wow.
Bad break, yeah.
4, 5, 7.
Looks like she caught more of the head pin on that to leave that, but tough spare, but same thing, you got to make that ball fit right between the 4 and the 5.
Now Allison Holden can cut into that deficit maybe here. Comes in high, leaving the 6-10. Now, if you're Ron Colley, you're staring at a potential open frame here for Evansville North. Important now for Allison Holden to pick up her 6-10. And that is an open frame for Evansville North. Oh, and right after her, Holden misses, so we got a 177 for Evansville and a 141 for Ron Colley. They're down 36 heading into game number 2. We'll be back with the conclusion of our girls state championship match right here on Savage Bowling TV right after this. All right, here we go. Welcome back here to Savage Bowling TV's presentation of the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships. Royal Penn Expo here in Indianapolis hosting. And what a wonderful job they've done here this morning with all of the team portion. We'll be back tomorrow with the singles. 11:30 a.m. We should be taking the air. But now back for game number 2. And oh, what a start for the Royals. Alia Lunasano with a strike. And, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes is they're down really 36. They need them.
They need to get it early to put some pressure on Evansville North to let them know they're still there.
And now Elora Vukovic coming in light. Come on, 5-pin. Take out the 7. It doesn't.
Boy, we've seen that hit a lot today.
You're right. A lot of 7-pins here for the right-handers.
Yeah.
Especially on the girls' side.
You know, one consistent thing we've kind of seen today is this second game of the match. Somebody's going to make an adjustment there to really make this go either to the title or to the advancement. So, who's it going to be?
Oh, and Elora misses the 7-pin. I wonder, too, Mike, I don't have it in front of me, but I'm really curious to know. It seems like more of the higher scores have come off that left lane here recently.
Oh, I'll agree with you. I agree.
And now
I think it's part of it's the carry.
Yeah, Ron Colley now finds himself on that lane, but they're down 36 coming into this game.
Oh, that's a huge hole in that lead.
Uh-oh. Mike, that's going to cut that lead down to 15 pins.
Yeah, that was a huge shot.
Big shot here.
Oh, what a return, yeah.
Big shot for Madison Hart.
Yeah, great job to send the message back.
Now you almost have to think, hey, take your best shot if you're, the Huskies. Take their best shot, but just stay within. Now.
That was a big shot.
Alyssa Nybert here for the Royals. My! I don't know what's going on. That left lane. Lots of strikes. Boy, and the crowd going nuts, too. You got to love it.
Yeah.
Now, big shot here for Caitlin Warren and the Huskies. Oh, come on, 10-pin. Great shot for her.
Now, that was a great shot.
Now important to make this spare,
right? It is, yeah, because now it's gotten real tight. What a great shot. Everybody's starting to play dangerously close to that channel, though. Have you noticed that?
Oh, that needs some help. Oh, and she misses open frame. Right, just like that, Mike. Ron Colley has taken the lead in the match.
Yeah. Yeah, in 3 frames. That 36 pins went away fast.
Light 2-4-5 for Sarah Hoffman. And too, if you're the coaches, you're getting excited too. But you gotta be calm and cool and collected here. Jessica Sisson, Brooklyn, no, 9-pin. Now it's important for, in the Huskies' point of view, the older, more experienced players who've been here before, kind of right the ship, right?
What a big spare by Ron Colley there. That 2-4-5 is not an easy one.
And we know how challenging spares have been all day.
All day.
Now, important for Jessica Sisson to match that spare, and she does.
Yep, she does.
So here we go. So we got 77 in the third for Ron Colley, 37 in the third for Evansville North. That 36-pin lead the Huskies had now turns into a 4-pin deficit. Just like that. Now the anchor bowlers,
does not break it down.
Allison Holden coming in heavy, paying full penalty, Mike. That's 6, 7, 10. Now I think it's a point where it's important to get pin count here. But you, on the other hand, will be like, go for it.
I'm thinking go for it, but
all right.
I know what you mean. It's one of those, it's a tough call.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like, do you play the percentages? How hard of a spare is that or split is that to make? Obviously, it is makeable compared to others. That's got a chance.
That was a pretty good run.
Wow.
Yeah. You don't mind now on that chance. You don't mind getting one instead of 2, right?
That was an exciting one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was a great attempt.
Now you're looking at the 3-9 here for.
Not an easy spare.
No, for Isabella Davenport. Got to hook it in there. Oh, wow, I thought she made it.
Was there too, I agree. Bad break.
Back-to-back open frames now for both teams here. 102-64 your score, and 38-pin lead. Mike, this is just a 2-pin match right now. 5 frames to go. Luna Asano, she comes in high, leaving
broke
the
it down.
6-10.
Yeah, broke it down.
Yeah. Now, Evansville finds himself down 2.
Here we are in that last 5 frames.
Here we go. Elora Vukovic here leading off for the Huskies. Comes in light. Oh, good shot.
Yeah, I gave it a good chance.
6-pin, or excuse me, 4-pin. Both players with makeable spares. That's got a slide, and she misses. Open door now for the Huskies.
Yep.
To come right back and take the lead. Again, we talked about earlier, the momentum shifts of these matches are just unbelievable. Elora, oh, and she misses the 4-pin.
4 frames to go. It's
Still,
anybody's match.
Still now, it's a 37-pin lead in this game for the Royals from Roncalli. 1-pin lead in the match for Roncalli. 4 frames to go. That's coming across the head pin, 3 count. Boy, here's another tough spare for the Royals. Lauren Candler going to have to try to make something happen here. Oh, my goodness. That ball came from nowhere and almost struck.
That's, I mean, we've been seeing some close ones out there. That was a good shot. Boy, it certainly was in the zone to strike when it hit the pins.
Madison Hart with a 7-pin. Now important for her. She's got a much more makeable spare than what Lauren has. Oh! Pin came off the wall and took out the 10. Take that, she says, right?
What a great spare.
Yeah. And now, and Madison Hart comes right back and makes the spare. I love it, Mike. I love it.
That 1-pin lead still exists.
Oh, what a match.
Now we're on spares, so we got to watch our count.
Yeah,
here.
pin count going to be huge here now.
3 frames to go.
8th frame
for the Doty Cup.
Alyssa Nybert. State title on the line here. Oh, great shot. Solid 10.
Yeah.
Now,
that deserved a strike. That was a good shot. Good shot.
What can Caitlin Warren do here for the junior for Evansville North? Been here before. Oh, and she strikes. Wow. They take the lead. This is a tie game right now, Mike. With a mark here from Lauren Candler.
Oh,
and
nice
she makes
spare.
it. We have a tie game, Mike, with 2 frames left.
One big difference, though. That's that strike in the 8th frame.
Hey, we're getting paid to do this, Mike. We're getting paid to do this. Well, I think we are.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure I want to shoot a corner pin for a state title.
What drama we have here. Who's going to go first? Neither player.
It's like we've called a timeout.
Yeah. Sarah Hoffman getting some instruction from Coach John Bowerly. And Jessica Sisson, the more experienced player, she's kind of holding tight right here. The only senior here for the Huskies. And now Sarah Hoffman.
Oh, wasting no time.
9th frame. She gets right up there and goes. That's got a hook. It's hooking, Mike.
Oh! What a shot.
What a strike in the 9th. Oh, listen to the crowd, Mike. Listen to the crowd.
I think that's as much as the team as the crowd.
Now,
what a shot.
Now, Jessica Sisson, she's got to control her nerves here. She could take the lead. With a strike here in the 9th. It's going Brooklyn.
Okay.
Oh, hey, only a 2-pin. Or 3-pin, excuse me.
The destiny is held by Roncalli.
It is.
They've got the strike up in the 9th.
It is. We have an opportunity here, though, Mike, for a tie match. First, the important part right here is Jessica makes the spare here. My, what pressure.
Yep.
Solid spare.
Oh,
here we go.
Roncalli's going to lead it off.
Here we go. Allison Holden. She can win the title right here. Roncalli controls the destiny. It's down to the anchor bowlers, Isabella Davenport. And now, Allison Holden. What can she do? 10th frame. Comes in live. Oh! And the crowd goes nuts. She doubles in the 10th. It's not over yet,
No,
Mike.
it is not.
It is not over yet.
Evansville North needs one here, needs the first one.
All right, Isabella Davenport, she's got to strike on this ball, Mike.
Yep.
Come on, come on, come on, come on!
Oh,
Oh, wow, we are seeing some great bowling here, Mike. Now back.
Oh, she's already gone. She's already thrown it. Look at this.
Allison Holden comes in. Oh, that'll do it! Can you believe it?
Well, do we have to keep it on the lane? Because they're playing out there.
Yeah, she's got to keep it on the lanes. All she's got to do, Mike. Any pin count here.
She takes no time. I mean, you talk about knowing what you're going to do. Oh.
Oh, my, and Isabella. Wow, what a finish. She's got to keep it on the lane. That's all I think she's got to do. 163, the final score, 36 pin.
Oh, that was hanging.
Woo!
205.
That is a 346 total, Mike.
Yep. Going to be short, couple pins short.
163, 340. That is it. Ron Colley has won the state championship. Ron Colley is your state champion.
Yeah. By 8 pins.
338, 346, 8 pins. The Royals from Ron Colley upset the defending state champion Evansville North Huskies. What a championship match,
Wow.
Mike.
Doty Cup winners. Wow. What a finish.
Unbelievable. Even the girls from Evansville North, the coaches, they didn't even know the
No.
current situation. That's how close it was.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. What a great match to watch.
Congratulations.
How exciting.
What a match.
So, Royals from Ron Colley, 346, Evansville North, 338. When we come back, Mike, you're going to be laneside with the victors here from Expo Bowl, Indiana High School Bowling State Championships, right here on Savage Bowling TV. Back right after this.
After Sonoma.
Welcome back. State champions, Doty Cup winners, Ron Colley Royals. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Champions. John Bowerly, the coach. John, I don't know what you did, but the girls performed unbelievably. Great job. How do you feel?
Oh, it's amazing. Seeing them progress throughout the year. it's hard to put into words. I'm really proud, all of them. We were down significantly that first game, so we had a talk. I said, you guys have to get off to a good start, and they did it. They got off to a 3-bagger, and then they finished it up. So it was awesome.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
Let's talk to the anchor bowler, Allison.
Yes, Allison.
You know, we were watching and we knew what you needed to do, but before we could look up, you were already gone and throwing a ball. What do you think about when you get up on the approach?
I just don't like to wait. I just want to go and get it over with.
Well, no, it's perfect. Get it over.
I don't really think about anything.
Wow, that was awesome. Well, you hit your targets. You got a lot of strikes. How's it feel to be the state champion?
It feels great.
All right, we've got the state champions, Doty Cup winners, the Roncalli Royals. We'll be right back with the championship trophies.
We'll start with the third place girls team.
All right, welcome back here as we wrap things up from Royal Penn Expo here at the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships, the team event portion of that. Wow, what an exciting match between Roncalli and Evansville North. Really, you hate to see anybody lose, but what a clutch performance there by Allison Holden there in the 10th frame.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Goins and Evansville North, you know, they almost won back-to-back, which is unheard of in the state of Indiana in the girls' championships. But to watch the Royals, Coach Bowerly and his team, I mean, Allison, I mean, we were watching, and she's already gone. I mean, she was so fast and just, I don't think, well, you know what? You think you get your pre-shot routine, and she made the shots, just to make them and to carry, to win the championship. Oh, my gosh, what a storybook. That's a dream right there.
Well, you see the emotions from the players, and it's a lot of work that goes on into an entire season here. And to be able to cap that work off with a state title, you got to feel happy for John and Nikki Bowerly, too, as well.
Oh, you do. And hopefully Roncalli celebrates with their champions because they're well-deserved and unbelievable. And I choked up just watching it.
Well, that'll wrap things up from here from Royal Penn Expo. We'll be back tomorrow to broadcast the singles portion of the state championships on both the boys and the girls side. So a lot of bowling action still left here. But, Mike, I want to thank you for hanging out with us, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow,
yeah,
too, as
looking
well.
forward to it.
All right, that concludes our action for today. Your champion again on the girls' side, the Royals from Roncalli. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast here of the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships on Savage Bowling TV. We'll see you next time here from Royal Penn Expo tomorrow. So long, everyone.
You're good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back here to the broadcast booth from the Royal Penn Expo, Indiana High School Bowling State Championships, and what a match we saw just a little bit ago, Mike. The Greenfield Central team defeating the Lafayette Harrison team in dramatic fashion. We didn't see what was coming. Scores were low in the semifinal match, but Greenfield Central took Harrison's best shot there in that first game and came out on top after two.
We saw so much great shot making by both teams, and I'll tell you what, Greenfield deserved everything they got, the championship and the Doty Cup. They came back. I mean, Harrison looked like they're going to run away, and they made great shots that they could have done that. Just didn't work out for them, and Greenfield walked in the door and took it, and what a great match. I mean, high school bowling in Indiana is in good hands with this young group.
Well, you know, sometimes the credit goes to the anchor bowler, and Nathan Robbins bowled good. But Alyssa Cash, that number 4 spot for Greenfield Central, came up big.
All day, number 4 spot with Alyssa. She threw big shots to set up that anchor, and the anchor, Nathan, came through all the time. So it was great. Unbelievable. Great finish. Well-deserved Doty Cup champion.
Still a great season for Lafayette Harrison. Levi Harris and his team, full of a bunch of seniors, one being his son. Nothing to hang your hat on. You just got out-bowled there in that second game, but a great season nonetheless.
No, they've been strong, and they've been strong for several years. And, I look for them to come back. They're going to lose a couple of strong seniors there, but good players. We'll see them doing some things moving forward.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast of the boys' state championships from Royal Penn Expo. Mike, we appreciate you hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow with the singles portion of the championships, both the boys and girls. We hope you join us for that too as well, right?
It'll be fun.
All right, that'll wrap things up. Again, Greenfield Central, your boys' team state championship. You're watching exclusive Indiana High School bowling here on Savage Bowling TV. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, and we look forward to bringing you more tomorrow. So long, everyone.
I don't know, but I'm gonna be. Yeah, you can hold the banner on the outside. I'm gonna be oddly in the middle holding the. I'm gonna be. Okay, so you think you're a special character? I am. I'm the main character. I'm the main character. So you're all man. You're actually not allowed to do that anymore. Fun fact. There's no co-ed team. I can identify whatever I want. It's what we do. Cut it off. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? That's crazy. I don't care. That's how you listen to no hands back then. Oh. I'm actually administering the Douglas. Watch them drop. All right, hurry it up. Hurry it up. Let's go. Working hard or hardly working? Hey, exit. Shut up. I don't know. Is someone saying my name? What? I was standing with him. That was looking for him. It was, and I know her.
And your boys, 2025 Indiana High School Bowling State Champions, the Greenfield Central Cougars.